I got alcohol because of the internet.
Alright,
Mhm.
yeah,
Cheers.
Let's begin. I started recording.
Alright.
Welcome back, everyone. Over to you, Greg.
Alright. In the spirit of Lars' penis! In episode 51 recap, guys.
Oh, you're gonna belch.
I can't burp on I can't burp on command, unfortunately.
There you go.
There we go. Alright, cool. Alright, so episode 51 recap. Some technical difficulties we managed to get our way through. But we picked up, after defeating the Dragon, or whatever the fuck, we proceeded to a new region of the dungeon, which, as we approached it, it appeared to be a sort of living, fleshy series of hallways and chambers and all sort. And very disturbing area for sure. But anyways, we walked through. Almost immediately upon entering the region, though, a few of us noticed some strange physical abnormalities on ourselves. Cameron had a boil on the back of her neck. Jarvis has a little patch of orange fur on his left shoulder, and Indra has a hairy palm, right palm, I think it was.
Excuse me, nobody told me this.
Yep. But other than that, I mean, these seem relatively harmless side effects so far. Who knows what will come in the future? But we made our way through, and what's that?
Nothing, carry on.
We made our way through and found what appeared to be an abandoned, long forgotten magical laboratory. And Tavio and Allison did a thorough search of the area, found a few things, a scroll, which has yet to be identified, 200 gold worth of silver bars, very heavy. So we just threw those in the bag of holding. I don't know how heavy they actually are, but and a magical stone, a strange magical stone which we haven't identified, and also an iron flask. And pretty much as soon as Allison found the flask, she opened it, because that's always a good idea. But luckily, we think that Solar was inside. So we talked with him a bit, and he agreed to kind of accompany us through the dungeon for the time being, vanquishing evil. So we made our way through the dungeon, went through a few areas, and came upon a hidden passage which led to a very immensely overgrown and wooded area that appears to be home to some plant creatures, including one very, very, very large plant creature. But with the help of the Solar, we managed to defeat it and its minions. And for the first time in combat, the party laid witness to the side effects of Jarvis's cure from the magics of Ramvik, in that there's a chance that whenever he rages, he goes a bit berserk and
asshole, as Hank would put it.
I mean, there's like a 50% chance every party member becomes an asshole whenever he opens his mouth, so I don't feel like that's so bad.
So, but we ended the session right on the at the finish of the combat, and no items of interest really yet so far in this region, and yeah, that's it. So take it back to Arnie.
There was some things mentioned to you from the player introduction.
So you might have some things to pick up from there as items of interest. But I'll leave that up to you. Right, so let me move you over. And
Yeah, just to get that intro, Rocket, you might at some point just watch the first 10 minutes of the previous episode. And they went through a lot of the lore and stuff. Only I think it's literally the first 5 to 10 minutes at most.
You also literally posted the text block into the chat.
Oh, okay, yeah, and that.
yeah,
But
if you scroll up a little bit, there's
Hank's amazing catch up in the vein of Arlie Aiden.
I don't remember that.
Right.
It may be well. Right, so as you can see, of course, the map is nicely cut into quarters, of which one is missing and one is blank to your top, but at least it works now.
Alright, so Mr. Solar Dude, I want to thank you for that, because that thing did look pretty mean and evil.
Oh, my head!
Yes, it certainly was painful for me as well.
Yes, and Jarrus, I'm not just going to
Yeah.
say, we are meant to be mates, right? Because you tried to kill me.
What?
You tried to kill me. Just saying.
I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking
Like,
about.
1 minute, I'm attempting to heal you. I'm laying my hands upon you and trying to heal some of your wounds and shit. And then, I'll turn around, and you're like striking at me with those claws of yours. And being all crazy cat.
I mean, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm sorry. I guess I don't.
Back me up.
You did claw the crazy man's face.
I'm not a crazy man.
You did call what's the
name
word?
Is
Claw.
I told you.
You did claw the crazy person's face.
Oh, man, I must have had a case of the Adrians and blacked out there.
Oh, it's too meta right now. It's too meta.
Right.
May I suggest we move along?
Yeah. Sure. Solar
A good suggestion.
normally leads the way, right? He has been so far.
He looks like he needs Rick.
I turn around. Oh, alright. Alright, my old trainers, we should probably sit down wait for the winged one to recover from his wounds, you know.
Yeah,
So
looks like he needs like 8 hours.
Do you want to have a rest in the flask again?
No.
So, Mr. Solar, do you want to fight plant creatures together more often? Maybe, in the evening? On a beach stroll?
Right, Carmen. Alright, can I just say that you're obviously disturbing him a little bit with your thoughts of fucking him.
Oh, these thoughts are not uncommon, don't you worry. And don't you say that you haven't thought about it.
Look, that was a brief moment. In my mind, I told you not to tell him.
Ah, this guy! You get what's good. I can share.
Right, okay, guys, look. I turn to the group and I say, with this angel on our side, evil stands no fucking chance. We are going to escape this dungeon, get the fuck out of here, and we'll be sipping pina coladas on a beach before you fucking know it. Alright, that's my inspirational speech.
Apparently, no one has any fucking chance.
Sipping what?
You know what I mean. They're the little milky drinks with the umbrellas in.
What?
Shut up, you
I like
get
'em.
13 temporary hit points.
Yeah. I like milk.
How many? 13.
13. Of course you like milk, Jarrus. You're a cat.
Fun fact, most cats are lactose intolerant.
I know. So, Jarrus...
What an educational session!
It gives me a bit of a bellyache, but it's worth it.
So imagine a glass of a delicious cold milk, but it's alcoholic. And it's got a pink umbrella in.
This sounds revolting.
Sounds good. Great.
No, Ali, I reckon you would like it. It's an alcoholic beverage, you can't go wrong, it's very sweet. Creamy.
I like most beverage that aren't water and involve alcohol.
Everyone drinks water. I know that
I
it's
do.
not one of your preferred elements, but...
It is actually my least preferred element.
Is that because water extinguishes fire?
No, fire makes water into some air stuff. Look.
No, but if we get here, like, we light a small fire, and then we get a bucket of water, we throw the bucket of water over
Yeah,
the
but
fire.
that is way more water than fire. That's an unfair fight. If you have as much fire as water, fire wins.
I don't know. Actually, how about we don't talk about this and we because
It's probably best to leave the elemental discussion for another time.
Yeah, you always get elementalist when you're talking about elements.
Were you trying to say, like, mental?
No, like racist, but elementalist.
Well, yeah, I am.
Well, the first point of recovering is admitting you have a problem. So, good on you, Colin.
I think all of you should accept that your problem is not following the one true elemental lord of fire, Kusuf.
Right. So this is this first discussion. This is probably the first minute of the 8 hours. Solar's going to want to just kill himself by the end of.
Oh no, it's fine. He's just having a rest.
Do you have any favorite gods, Mr. Solar?
Only Torm.
Oh my god! Can you imagine if Adam was it? Like, a little bit crazy.
I don't think they would get along.
No, obviously that's why it would have been so good. You would have died.
He'd be like, oh, I've heard about you.
I've been waiting for you.
He has like a follower list of Torm, and Hannah's like the only one on the naughty list. So are we waiting for Big Angel Man to be able to punch things again, or are we just gonna move on?
I believe he needs a rest.
I mean, what if we leave him and then we come back and he's not here?
Well, he isn't a lost dog or something. I don't think he... Are you just gonna leave? Addressing the Big Angel Man?
What do you mean?
Okay, Jarvis, your things. You're just gonna run off somewhere if we leave for a bit and come back later.
Additionally, if he wanted to leave, I think he probably could. Regardless of our intention.
Yes, I must survey what has happened to the prison to some extent, but I'm not sure what it will be from here.
Well, the brief version is it's gone to shit.
Very well. Is it contained?
No.
Explain.
Well, stuff worth fighting is everywhere. I've only been in here for like a week, and I've already killed demon dogs. There were some fly-about things that wanted to suck my head dry. Some skulls.
Is it contained to the prison?
Oh no, nothing leaves this prison.
The only other Celestials that I've seen were struggling.
Yeah, they were like desperate for help and shit. I remember that I had to help with some patrols.
They were really rude. They kept telling me Kasuf isn't the only god. And I was committing blasphemy or something.
How rude, he says to you sarcastically.
Yeah, right? Thank you.
Shakes his head and says to the others, the outer wards then have not failed yet?
No.
No. Thanks to Tavio, eh?
Good. You said thanks to this man here. What did he do?
Well, he did a lot of the rituals when it came to placing staffs down. I didn't personally see many of them, but I heard from some of the constructs that he was pivotal in placing the wards back and finding them. Well, and I turn to the group and I say, well, what remains of the group here helped along with their fallen allies. So Jarus and Tavio here have lost a lot of friends.
Yeah, the traitor.
Wait, what traitor?
The fucking.
You're
The
alright.
fucking.
You're alright, buddy.
Should we hunt him down and crush his head?
I mean, he's dead. I mean, he's not gonna. I mean, don't really need to hunt him down.
Good job crushing his head. I assume you got your revenge and killed him.
No, I think, Carmen, he's talking about the fella they were burying when I first met him. Well,
Oh yeah, the guy they killed because he's a traitor, right?
yeah, but really, what I saw was they were burying a woman, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there.
Never mind. Oh my god, you just fucking.
I think the only mistake was not burning them.
Baby life. What are we?
If any of you bite the bucket, which one should I burn so that they can reach true salvation through fire?
You just stay away from my corpse, please.
Okay, no burning for him.
I mean, I've always wanted to be cremated anyway.
Okay, good on you. Mr. Cat, I think you burn quite well, so there's a lot of fur, so it's easy to start a fire. Burning or no?
I don't care.
Okay, that's a burn, yeah.
Couldn't sound more German if you tried.
Windbag? That's
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, at least he's not playing like an air genasi trying to gas people or something. Or...
Oh yeah, intro.
You always go there. You always go there.
They sure do.
Right, can we just skip ahead? Just like we'll keep a nice little patrol out.
Oh, what's this? I just got an email. Oh, your account has been deleted. Ah.
So yes, we'll keep an eye out while the solar rests. That's it.
Alright. Then you need to give me a few minutes to fix something. So,
Okay.
roleplay amongst yourselves.
Well, I'll roleplay getting a new beer.
Sounds good to me.
That's not how role-playing works, you bunch of twats.
Alright, so Jarrus, mate, like, what happened in the battle then? Because you did turn on us.
Yes.
Oh no! I just went to go attack, and then next thing I know, like I don't know, like I was like I don't remember anything, and I got this splitting headache.
Ah. Yeah, well, you did try to kill me. Is there something you can do to prevent that?
I mean, I must not have been trying very hard then.
Well, no, because we all kind of stopped you.
No.
Yeah, you had this this crazy look in your pies.
In my what?
Oh god damn it, your eyes!
I thought you had a pie. I was about to get real excited.
Oh, I would love some pie.
I have wine.
What's your favorite kind of pie?
Oh well, seeing as we're on the subject, I'm gonna go with right. The gnomes used to make a delicious chicken and steak pie. It was massive, and you cut out chunk. Good stuff. My
I never had a pie with meat in it
Okay.
before.
You're saying it was a massive pie. Was it massive for gnome standards, or was it massive for you as a...
Well, sometimes
Right.
it could be in a meter diameter. We're cooked in the giant oven. So,
meter?
Pa taught me the recipe, so if we ever get out of here, I'll cook you all one.
Tell me more about this giant oven.
Well, it could probably fit me and you in it.
I like blueberry pie.
Oh, you like pies and
that's
dessert
a-
pie, Jarrus.
That's a dessert pie, isn't it, Jarrus?
That's the only kind of pies I ever had. I never had pies with meat.
I like strawberry. It's
Right,
red.
What it is, right, Jarrus, is a pastry filling, like puff pastry, and then you just shove meat in it, and you put a little lid of pastry. Cook it. Cook the meat and the gravy
I
and
mean,
the
it's-
sides.
I mean, it sounds pretty good.
It is quite pleasant.
And we have it with taters, precious.
Taters?
Yeah, you know, like boil and mash them, stick them in a stew, innit?
So I'm new to this group. Do you often talk about food you literally cannot
Well,
have in the
well,
next few
I
weeks?
think this might literally be the first time we've out. Oh my god, guys!
What?
What?
We can make a meat pie with the meat I got in my bag. Meat pie.
Do you have any pastry though, mate?
No.
Oh, well, here. Never mind, eh?
We can make a meat pie without the pastry.
That's
meat.
That's
Yeah. I'm not opposed to eating a lot
You
of
could
meat.
make a stew without the pastry, but
Why would you eat stew? It's like meat, except there's more liquid.
Yeah,
It is like it's the worst way to consume food.
no, it's not. You make a stew, and you can have multiple sources of. Oh, I don't know. There's no
You can
point
also
explaining it to
just eat a pile of meat. How does the liquid make it better?
you, because then you can have a nice gravy to go over the veg and the potatoes and the other ancillary items, and then bread to dip it in.
If you put any meat into water, I will destroy water. Whatever you make.
Right, what I'm saying is, right, as a gnome, stew was a staple on a Sunday.
Stew's nice.
Yeah, it is. I am with Ali here. I think what's going on
Miss-
here, Carmen, is you're like you got this elitist Buddhism going on.
Yep, she has.
Yeah.
She's just stupid. That's
Right, so if you're a fire genasi and you don't want any stew, Indra, what's your favourite food?
I tend not to have favorites. I eat a balanced diet.
I actually expected you to come out with something poncy like that.
that's not very nice.
I mean, how do you not have a favorite food? Well, you're. What the
Boring.
Well, mine is something called a gnomish tart, right? It's basically liquidized brown sugar, all filled up with a little pastry edge, and you chuck some licorice on top, maybe some sprinkles. Delicious.
Obviously, the best food.
Great face.
The best.
Go into Greg. Do you actually want me to send you the what? It's basically a
We'll have to get you a gypsy tart when you come over.
basically
Yeah.
it's a tart that only exists really in Kent, where we're from.
I couldn't keep the face. I looked at myself in the camera.
Seriously, Greg, type in gypsy tart into Google.
Gypsy. Cameras.
Risky search of the day.
Yeah,
Oh man, it's
Make
so
it-
delicious. It looks so
make it
good.
mixed returns.
Basically, there's this thing about the schools in Kent where they used to serve it to kids, and 90% of kids don't like it.
What is this?
Gypsy tart.
Gypsy tart.
Kentish
Just tell
delicacy.
me what it is, because I'm trying to fix my food.
A tart made with evaporated milk, muscovado, sugar, pastry.
No, that sounds right.
Yeah, it's good.
Candle mint cake. That's another one.
Kendall mint cake's great.
Yep, I remember candle mint cake. I remember giving it to children in Africa who'd never had sugar before. Not a good choice. Not a good choice.
Were they quite excitable for a few hours after?
They were, surprisingly. When we were like, I'm not eating that. That'll fucking kill me. Here you go.
So, what about loot? Everyone likes a little bit of loot, right? Just some veg. Basically, it's stew, right? But I like what's it called?
What, soup?
Yeah, chicken and noodle.
You say loot?
Right, I've had enough of you. You understand me? I know you do, Jarvis.
I don't understand a thing, a single word coming out of your mouth. You're speaking a whole different language to me. I barely know common, for the love of God. You're like using these words on me.
Jarvis, when you say for the love of God, which God do you specifically mean?
Carmen, not now.
That's never not the time to
Pursue it.
religiously convert
I
someone.
believe you are taking the mick. That's what.
Your God is not the only God. Let's get over this.
Halfway through the conversation about fire, the Soda just mentions, Cameron, I admire your dedication to your God, but you are 80% water.
Oh, burn.
I'm not dumb, I know that. We have to move past.
No further questions, Your Honor.
And I've overcome these difficulties to rise
How is that
as a
even?
better person.
How is someone even 80% water? That doesn't even make any sense.
You are 80% water, Jarvis.
I don't see any water on me at all.
No, which is a good thing. But no, doesn't matter.
What he's trying to say is, the blood running through your body is basically water.
No, it's blood. That's stupid. That's the dumbest thing you ever said, and that's quite an impressive feat.
Why are you so nasty today, Jarvis?
I think all of you people are
Because
very.
we're sitting
mean to
around
each
here
other.
we've been sitting around here for like the past 5 hours, you know, which
Well,
whatever, but is
Not-
getting on my nerves. I'm fucking
not
just
to be
sitting around
racist.
here.
you're a big cat. We're in a big forest. Go climb trees. Jump
I
around.
can't. All the trees been burnt down because of fucking.
Guilty.
Yeah, guilty. Yeah, wow, shocker. I wonder who
dig
burned
a
the
hole or
forest
something.
down. Dig a hole? What the fuck? I'm not a mole.
To be fair, it's not the first forest that
Something
burnt
to
down.
stress your fucking energies out. Right? Just go over there in a corner on your own, dig a fucking hole, and when you've dug the hole, fill the hole back in and dig another one. And when we're ready to move, come and get you.
Oh, it's too much.
Jarvis, what always calms me down is saying a prayer to a god I believe in. Do you believe in gods, Jarvis?
I mean, I know they're real. I mean, what do you mean? The fucking gods? What the fuck? I'm a dumbass motherfucker.
No, not believe as in think they're real, believe as in have trust in them.
I think Jarvis is getting frustrated at intelligent conversation.
I think what he's saying is he doesn't
Questionably.
I think what he's saying is he doesn't belong to any church yet, so
Just leave the man alone.
Well, no, they don't really have churches in the fucking jungle. So, wow, good call there.
Well, they've got
One of the-
temples, though, right?
What?
Temples.
I mean the main problem with Kusuf temples in jungles is we like to light a lot of fires. It's a real hazard.
Does your god actually speak to you?
How do you think I cast spells or call upon his power?
I don't know, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Does your god tell you to be like this? Or is that a personal choice?
Well, he has never actively disapproved.
Where's the nearest temple?
Probably not in this dungeon.
Let's send them a note.
What do you want to write? That I spread the word of Kusuf?
No, to tell them you're a fucking moron.
Ah! Oh.
Go ahead.
You fucking people. I'm gonna go and stand where it's quiet.
Alright, I probably shouldn't follow.
Oh, sorry.
Also, everyone, don't forget to. Oh, actually, it doesn't matter. Never mind.
I didn't understand how that woman can be such a bitch after talking about food for 5 hours. Cameron says not whispering at all. Rolling 44 on it, what you doing?
Ah,
DM things.
That's how many attacks the next monster has.
Yeah.
pretty much.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm back.
Okay.
It goes up by 1d4 each time fire is mentioned.
Mhm.
Well,
Right. Solar, how are you feeling now?
he takes a moment to respond to what Jarvis is saying. He says, well, they're, I'm not really sure. I know where you originally lived, if that's what you mean.
Is that in my mind still, or is he speaking out loud?
Yeah, he's speaking to you in your mind. Like, he doesn't really have a problem responding whichever way people speak to him, so he just replies in kind.
Yeah, so he says, originally, I've been trying to find it.
Ah, it's some while away. It gives you like some vague impression of how to get there in your mind. It doesn't quite become clear, but you get a flashing image of a couple of landmarks.
Fuck. Does anyone have any paper and something to write with or draw with?
I'm afraid I didn't bring any of that kind of stuff in.
I have a spell book.
I just need some paper and something to draw with.
I don't have crayons, I'm afraid.
The drawing part isn't a problem. You just created like a ton of charcoal, so.
Oh, that's true. I just need paper.
Guilty. I don't have paper jars.
No one has paper.
Yeah.
All these
You
smart
can
people,
pay-
no one has paper.
You can have a page from the back of my spell book. I don't think I'm going to be filling it anytime soon.
Okay, thank you. And you just see Jarvis like drawing these landmarks.
Yep, you can add them to your inventory. Landmarks to guide the way home.
And then you see Jarvis fold up a paper and tuck it in his bag.
You could say he doesn't have pockets.
Which reminds me that William's map is now officially lost because no one recovered it.
Oh no. Paul Williams' grandfather.
Yep.
William's grandfather's dead. You don't give a
Well,
fuck.
no, because Hannah had the map, right?
Yeah, Tyler got disintegrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it, unless it's a magical item.
And Boogie was
Technically.
after it. And...
Technically, we still do have the map then, because
What?
Alison has the jar of Hannah ashes.
Yes, technically we
That's
have.
how that works.
Technically, we have the map in about 5 quadrillion little pieces.
Yeah, it's just one step away from the mending spell. It's good.
Yep, it'll be fine. It'll all work out.
Right. So if you're done recovering, so I've had a little nap as well. Can we go?
Do you have a name? It seems strange calling you Mr. Solar.
I think he's already said he doesn't have a name.
And in fact, Mr. Solar sounds fucking perfect.
We don't have a use for names. There are too few of us. We know who's who.
That's a bit sad.
We should call you Simon.
I
You
don't-
may
I-
address me as you wish, as long as you are respectful.
How about Angel Blade? That's a nice Goliath nickname. Angel Blade. Farrenda.
They all sound a bit too fancy. Mr. Solar makes him sound like a gangster in it, so I like Mr. Solar.
I think he doesn't want to sound like a gangster, probably.
Yeah, but like, I'm gonna introduce you to Mr. Solar. And then like, you know, you're led into a temple and there's this big ass angel sitting there, sword on his lap, and you'll be like, okay, I'll pay next week, I promise. And he cuts off your little finger.
That doesn't sound like an angel.
It sounds like something I've watched or on a play before though.
Where do you watch plays? That sounds amazing.
I'm trying to come up with a name.
Generally at the theater.
Well, yeah.
No. I like a specific theater. The last time I was in a theater, all they had was this play about the old woman who gives another woman an apple and then she dies.
Right, okay, so in Hawkhurst, which is where I'm from, that's got a nice little theatre.
And they have plays where people get their fingers cut off.
Yeah, not really though. Like it's all pretend, and then like these red ribbons go spraying around everywhere, and like fake.
Why did you make it sound so exciting then?
Because it is exciting, all right.
Oh, look at me, I have... damn red ribbon bullshit.
Right, I'm gonna stand next to Ali.
Some of the more prominent theaters use magic.
Just checking something, Hank. It's not happening to your character. Just stand still for a sec.
What, to reattach the
Okay.
finger, right?
Just was
No,
checking if
generally
Hal's
just to
reports,
create illusionary images.
Oh, that's a cop-out, isn't it?
Just checking out what script? Insta kill the character script? What the fuck was that shit?
yeah. The health script. The health color one.
Oh, okay.
I don't need a script for that. Thanks, though.
Yeah, look.
I mean, I guess you do if you plan on killing a whole lot of us real quick. You don't want to have to like deal with it. You just like bloop, and we just all die.
No, he just selects all tokens and hits delete.
Indra is correct though, because my pa, he used some illusionary magic. But, you know, and sometimes he acted in the place. That's where I learned all of my spells and stuff.
Like this.
Yeah, that's exactly the one he knows. I mean, and sometimes I would use this spell to move things. And I'd begin moving some of my stuff around with the mage hand.
I think
wow.
Look
at me, I'm so cool with magic. Wow.
Oh, we all respect the fact that you can hit fucking old Jarrus. We get it.
I want magic.
Well, if you want magic, we can teach you.
Or you could follow a religion and just pray.
Nah, no one wants that.
At which point, the Solar speaks up and says to all, well, I thank you for the information you've given me. This is most valuable. I have something in return for you. Well, Kamen, I do not wish to be rude, but I don't think it would suit you.
Why would that be rude?
Because you might take it as such.
Because you're left out.
I think it's a blessing.
I have something to give to one of you. It would be most suitable for those who would wield it in combat. And he holds his hand up, and there's like a glow of a weapon that's changing shape.
Hmm.
Create another weapon.
I could use that.
What is it?
It is a blessing given to you by Torm. I asked him for his help since you... Well, I couldn't get out on my own, you see, and now I can do some good in the world again.
Oh,
Did
thank you
we
very
get
much.
to the bottom of why you were trapped in this bottle in the first place?
It was in case of emergency break glass situation, Indra.
Yes, quite.
Indeed.
The intent was that I was to be stored there for a short duration.
Good.
And of course, whatever happened here happened. I was left behind. I do not hold it against them. I was ready for this outcome. However, now I must do what I must. And so I give this to you as a parting gift.
What is it? Like, honestly?
Yeah, I'll hold my hand out and take it.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't taken shape yet. It just looks like a ball of energy that he's holding.
Don't touch. What if it burns you, Ali?
That'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen?
Why would burning her be bad?
I just try it.
Are you all agreed then? This should be Allison's?
Well, we don't know what it really does.
Well, I told you as much as you need to know to make the decision, I believe.
I don't know, does the web bitch at people for no reason?
Right, let's stop and discuss this, because Ali, it might not be perfect for you. It might help someone else better, depending on what it is. We should try and figure out what it is. Can we make an Arcana check or a religion? Or...
Religion would be appropriate, yeah.
Oh yes, a religion check. Let's do this.
Is it something that I could wield and be considered unarmed combat? Like claws.
It will take whatever form you wish it to.
Like,
So
a
I'll say it to
harmonica?
Fuck no! Don't even say that word.
Like a T-Rex?
Does it take?
I meant as far as weapons goes, guys, but yeah, good try.
Can it take the form of being more accepting of other people's beliefs? Because she really needs that.
Alright, is it something that Jarvis could
He
wield?
just looks at. I already said yes. He looks at you, Hannah, and Hannah.
Well,
He looks at Cameron and says, "Funny that you have a interesting sense of humor, even though you might not realize it."
so I reckon it's either between Ali or Jarrus, because they're both normally up close and personal.
Just to clarify, so it's something I could wield and still be considered unarmed?
Yep.
Okay.
Go for it. You go for it, Jarvis.
Okay, I'll... Oh.
Again, so you hand it to you, and it like flows between your hands for a while as you hold them out. Then it disappears, and you're like, huh? Where did it go? And then you check on the back of their hands, and you now have like golden knuckles.
Oh, shit!
And claws.
Well, look at the bling you got, bruv.
The what?
Okay, I'm just gonna...
You're using these words, man! You gotta...
It means you look fancy, Jarvis.
Hey, TikTok.
You look like a true warrior. Except all the fur.
You don't like my fur?
Well, I think it's quite fetching.
Okay, so what this does is these are like an embodiment of Torm's spirit in the weapon.
I can't believe Hannah died before this.
I don't think Hannah would have gotten them, to be honest. You get resistance to necrotic damage.
Oh, shit!
It will require attunement, of course. I don't know what else you're attuned to so far.
Oh, so you can give this to someone else if you want at some point. It's like that type of item.
Well, we'll see about that when it happens. You can cast Word of Radiance as if you're, your own level.
Oh, shit, okay. Alright, so...
There you go, you wanted magic.
You got magic. Yeah.
Necrotic. Resistance to necrotic.
Yep.
Okay.
To know who was resistant to necrotic damage. Hannah.
Because she was a
word.
zombie.
Word.
Yeah, that's not a PSB spell, so Lou use my spell as for it. I'll link it.
Naga here from Xanthars.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so word of... Like, fuck, how do I...
Yeah, just type it in for now and fix it later.
Okay.
Your con increases by 2.
Oh, shit! Fucking shit!
Up to 24 if you're close to your max.
Fuck.
Oh, actually, let me do it as a modifier.
I'm just trying to light.
No, we need no more. How powerful is he gonna be?
I am unstoppable!
Now Jarvis is really never gonna die.
For real.
He literally just got another 8 hit points.
Yeah, and an AC, I think, as well, right?
Yep. Ability score. Con. Okay, so plus 2. Did that work? I don't know.
And so your maximum increases by 2 as well, up to 24.
Okay.
What
So
else
your
was there?
your maximum currently was 20, I think, right? 'Cause you got- the plus thing is max level or so.
Yeah. So. Okay. Why
Brass
didn't it?
knuckles and torn.
Gold knuckles, but yes.
Yeah.
Why didn't that work?
Just remember that your max goes up by 2, basically.
Okay.
You get appropriately for Jarvis 10 feet of movement extra.
Oh shit!
Oh, this is crazy.
It's not every day you get a blessing from a god directly.
A boon.
Oh no, there we go. Okay, hold on. I figured out what was the wrong.
And the fucking solo was just like, okay, who wants this?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I mean, you all helped him, so. Just thought there might be some conflict of interest between Sith and Torm.
Oh, Hannah wouldn't have accepted that. Screw that.
Exactly.
Fucking inferior gods
so-
bestowing blessings.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, fucking nature deities. Arrogant shits. Huh?
Screw them! I mean, the joke is that Kasith isn't even like a real god, he's
I
a
know.
primordial.
Okay.
How
Alright. I got the move speed.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Once per day, you can cast Sunbeam.
Oh,
What?
fuck, what the fuck is Sunbeam? I have to look
It's a
this
really
up.
powerful spell.
Well,
It's a fucking high level spell, isn't it? Isn't it like
It's
fucking
level 6. No.
Fucking, we can't even cast 6-level spells.
And it's a line. It's like lightning bolt, but radiant. Does 60.
It's concentration, and you can basically fire a beam every round.
Yeah. So when Jarvis is stuck on the ground trying to fight fucking harpies or whatever, I was like,
Yep.
And also it creates brilliant light for 30 feet around you, and it's and it counts as sunlight, which is what you really need to know.
What's his spellcasting ability for?
I don't know. Wisdom? I think
It's a
wisdom
druid,
is,
sorcerer, wizard, so
yeah, no.
yeah, we can go.
Is mostly wisdom.
Yeah, we can do wisdom, I guess, because otherwise it's -1s on my other one. So okay,
Mm-hmm.
wow, holy shit. Okay,
And then,
no, you're gonna keep going, are you?
well, there's some there's some other sides to it as well. These are the positives.
oh,
Your weight increases by 110 pounds. I'll let you decide if that's a positive or not.
110 pounds.
Fucking Hannah couldn't
To be
even
honest,
carry it
though,
before.
That would have come with the extra 2 points of strength just to begin with, really, if you think about it. You're getting hench and hench. You're gonna put weight on anyway.
I'll put it under an item.
Oh yeah, but it was con, not strength.
Oh, yeah.
You said 110.
Yep, that's what the 44 was for.
Actually, no, that's not a good way to do it. I'll just do my actual. Where's it? Down here? 100 and damn, dude, 390 now. Fucking swole. Okay.
And there's something else which I'll tell you.
Every time I rage, I gotta make a saving throw, and
No, it's nothing like that.
Again, another one.
I'll just send it to you on Discord now.
And does this modify my damage at all or anything like that?
It's +1. So it can, your unarmored attacks will count as +1.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Magic fingernails.
they like painted gold. He looks fabulous.
Fabulous.
Damn.
All right.
Alrighty.
I'm very happy for you, Jairus. Serving a good god is very fulfilling.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I guess I'll grow into it.
So I take it from this you're leaving us now.
Yes, there are things I must attend to that are larger than the scope of this evil here. I applaud your courage in fighting it here, but as long as it's contained, there are bigger threats out there that I must face.
Well, good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck, Mr. Solar. It was a pleasure to have you around.
If you ever feel like doing that nighttime monster slaying, just message me, you know. Like the cantrip.
Very well. And he nods his head towards you, and then disappears in the beam of light, shoots up to the sky.
Whoa! Did you see that?
I think towards the end he was warming up to the idea.
It's unfortunate he didn't do this the 5 hours ago, so we didn't have to talk for a long time about food.
But didn't you enjoy this growing together as a group?
I
Yes,
don't think we
growing
grew any
together.
closer whatsoever. If not, we grew further apart.
Fuck off.
Ah, you'll warm up to me. Ah, little fire pun.
How is it? What is it picking for my thing? Hold on. Oh, it's +0 anyway.
Well, he was a pleasant one, wasn't he? And look, now he's made Jarrus absolutely fabulous in it. So we are ready to rock this dungeon.
I think the lesson is you should open random flasks without considering the consequences, just like
Well, it was a
doors.
flask. How the fuck was I meant to know there was a
Oh yeah, because
angel inside it?
it's way more common for doors to explode than flasks.
Yeah, well, yeah, they are actually.
It's just commonplace. You see a flask,
Oh,
you open
wait.
it, you pull the stopper out, you sniff it, put the stopper back in.
The thing is with this area is that doors don't explode as such. They just kind of get a major hormonal growth and they try to hentai you up.
Yeah,
Use that word again.
I
I still don't understand.
I
You
told
keep
you.
using that
I
word.
told you
Please
that
do.
it includes tentacles. And there was tentacles, remember? They tried to tie us down.
I don't think anyone here speaks Gnomish.
Yeah, it's a very specific type of theater.
Right. I'm sure you can enlighten us all at some later stage.
I'd rather not.
Well, guess what, Indra? If you're caught in that trap again, I mean, we might as well just, show them.
I'd love to know what traffic this is, but I don't.
Yeah, basically, we opened a door last week, and tentacles just burst in the corridor and started slapping us and pulling us around, and I was like, oh, it's a hentai movie!
You have to be there.
Yeah, we're not in the fleshy part at the moment, but we will be in a minute.
Well, which way?
Well, probably south, unless we go back the way we came from.
Unless you want to bother Anna a bit. Let's go south.
Oh no, that's fine. Don't worry.
Is my light range reduced for some reason?
It is because you're in the forest.
Ah.
What's your normal accent? It's 420.
No, 120 dark vision.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Oh dear, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I'm just gonna check if the lighting is okay now.
I have light on my hammer, unless otherwise noted.
Yeah, I mean at
It's
this
okay.
level, pretty much everyone has some form of permanent illumination. Bunch of bullshit. But hey, Tavia will be with you. I'll dump his token when it matters.
It feels like I've lost a part of myself now that Tavio is not on the map.
What is that down there?
What are
Okay,
you
so
talking
actually-
about?
As you walk south, you clearly see webbing in front of you.
Is it like a slight smattering, or is it like thick?
No, it's thick. Like you have to cut it to get through.
Or we got our friendly neighbourhood fire generacy.
Well, could you burn a path through it? I reckon it would be rather hazardous.
Before you do, could you make perception checks? Please?
Hell yeah, I can! Natural goddamn 20.
Oh. Jaro's still distracted by his new shinies.
Yeah, very cool.
Okay. You hear ahead of you, Hank and Kamen, some some chittering, but it sounds more like communication than like the skittering of footsteps.
Right,
It just
guys.
sounds like something is talking to each other, but it sounds very much like mandibles clicking or something.
There is something up ahead, and it sounds creepy crawly like.
I mean, I could set everything on fire, right? But we want to go through there. And you don't look like you're very fire resistant.
No,
So I think I should probably not set everything on fire.
we'll just have to forge a path through.
I just want to say, Carmen, you are getting mighty friendly and close to me right now.
I think he's standing on this token.
No, I'm not.
And as you're discussing this, I mean, you're standing on him again now.
No, his token isn't on the map for me.
Oh.
I looked,
Oh.
and there's no token underneath.
Reload
mine.
then, because you're standing on it.
Oh no, that the music is fucking. Oh.
You know what the easy solution to this is?
You can't.
When you... No, I'm not talking to him necessarily. You just turn the volume in Roll20 up to max, and then turn down your browser volume really low. In your volume mixer, so that it's always low, even if it's maxed.
Alright, I'm going to step
So,
to the rear.
Hank
after
and...
I pointed it out.
Yeah, so Hank, as you look forwards and you're discussing how to get through this, you see a small face appear through the, like, you can just see it behind the webbing. And I'll show you what it looks like.
Oh, you'll show them what it looks like.
Looks like this.
Burn it with fire! Burn it with fire! All kinds of fire.
I don't know what it looks like, but I am in favor of burning it.
I know what
Oh,
it is.
Fuck, the music started again.
Looks at you and goes, ah! 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 And runs away as if scared.
What? How are they... Oh, man, it's probably a baby one.
What the fuck was that?
It looked like some form of arachnid.
But on two legs, right?
Yeah.
Liam knows what it is, but Hank's like...
Are,
fucking
are they
burn it
like...
with fire.
Do they look like they're like humanoid or whatever? Or like...
I didn't see it.
Vaguely humanoid. Oh, I'll zoom in again. Are you back in the game now, Adrian?
No, I'm still on critical hitting.
Okay. You keep doing that. Let me know when you're done with that.
So they have like 2 arms, 2 legs, and a face and shit?
Yeah. In body shape, they look more like a chimpanzee than a human, like long extended
Gotcha.
arms, and sort of hunched over.
Gotcha.
Well, what do we do? Do we keep going?
I
Well,
don't see any reason why not.
The only way to go, I
I
believe.
mean, we can go this way, or we can just... I mean, there's plenty of places that we, like, just walked past before.
No, Charles, never turn back.
Let's cut a path through then.
Right, I'm not going first, because that thing was fucking terrifying.
I will go first.
Nightmare-inducing. Innit?
Have you ever fought an undead aboleth?
No.
They're disgusting.
Okay. That's okay. Make me a dexterity savings throw.
Go.
I made a hammer out of one.
Okay. As you're walking, you just see Alison disappear into the ground. And it's like, ah!
No,
let's
get
go.
up!
Like through the floor, like an illusion?
No, the floor opens.
Oh, okay.
Can I, as a reaction, cast Featherfall?
Yeah.
Just in case.
So it's like, ah! Oh, it's not so bad.
And then I'll take a look down the hole.
Yeah, you see that as you get there and look down. She's still floating away from you into the darkness.
Quick, get your rope out. I'll be immediately
Yes. Yes, start lower the rope as quick as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Wide enough to like stick a spear in and like hold
Okay.
on.
Can you show the token again, Honor? Now that I'm in.
Yeah, give me a sec. Let me resolve the trap, then I will. Sure, you can try doing that. So just give me an athletics check to see if you can wedge it in.
I am going to use
your way.
determination
Sure.
because I don't really want to end up at the bottom of this pit.
Okay. Alright, good. And can I have a perception check from you as well?
I care not about what's below me.
You're too busy looking up to see what's below. And so you wedge in. Yeah, just hold on. You wedge in the spear, and you're hanging on, and you feel actually, it's quite light to hang on because you're still on the effects of Featherfall, and you're just hanging there in the breeze.
I'm gonna shout for them to throw me a rope down.
Nah, it's alright. I'm gonna get to the edge, pull out my mandolin, and cast fly on him.
On him? Is he? Chris, is there something you need to
Check
tell us?
It's one of these gender fluid things, apparently.
Yeah, I'll cast fly on Ali so she can get up.
Alright, so you fly up.
Extravagant when a rope would have done the same.
Well, I'm pretty afraid of her falling, so...
She was secure.
Thank
Don't
you
worry.
both for your assistance.
She looked a little bit beyond the rope's limit, that's all.
Just be careful.
You see that Hank looked a bit like, I just want to get her back up here and safe type thing.
Just wants to fuck it.
No, actually, if anything, out of game, Ali's probably like more like good friend material compared to the rest of you. That's what doesn't
Allison, in the friend zone. That's tough.
Damn.
Especially when
Allison's not interested.
Yeah, I'm not interested. Hank's not interested in that either. They're just
In the
friends.
friend zone with Hank. Jesus Christ.
I told you there's nothing to do with that!
It's like a curse.
I just feel like she's the only one who likes me out of all of you, so I don't want her to kick the bucket.
We've had a long rest. I would have cast that obviously at some point.
No, it's fine.
Well, since I'm flying, I'll fly over the trap, like the square.
Oh, that's also trap.
Is it?
Both those squares opened, yeah.
Are you
Right.
falling to a second toll?
Well, I'm going to
when I'm-
concentrate on the flight for as long as possible.
Yeah,
How long does the flight last for?
a minute.
Yeah.
Would I have enough time to cut away the web to get?
Or a minute or is it an hour? Let me check.
I think it's long. I think it's
Isn't it?
it's definitely more than a minute. I'm
It's
almost
10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, it's just an choice.
Could I use that 10 minutes to like cut a path so people could jump across?
You can start doing that, yes, and I'll tell you what happens.
Wonderful.
Before that, I'll zoom in on the token for Adrian's sake.
What is that bit below it? Is that
It's
fucking
like a
giant?
ball sack with a face of an insect.
Oh, that's its chest. The lighter bit, it's just its chest. It's like
Mildly penis.
what?
I said,
What the fuck?
it mildly resembles a penis.
How?
It's got the ball sack, the little ball sack thing below it, and then it's got the little protruding, head with a little face on it.
I choose to believe this is what they look like when they get circumcised.
It's very mildly so.
Anyway, is there anything we can do to sort this trap out, guys? Because obviously getting over this bit is going to be a bit of a problem.
I mean, I could just chuck you.
Just,
I
just
believe Allison
jump.
is dealing with it.
I'm trying to
She's cutting
cut
a
away the
path for
web.
us to jump.
It's like 10 feet.
Yeah, and so you start cutting away the web, and then you see a whole bunch of these faces appear,
Fuck off.
Basically.
and they're like, and then they leave again.
Can I
And you
say?
hear, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I say hello in Undercommon?
Yeah, sure. They're like, hello.
Hello.
Oh god!
What are you doing? Why are you trying to get? We don't like you getting in. Don't get in.
Well, okay. Let's just stop and calm down a little minute. We don't want to hurt yous. We're traveling through. We fought the big tree thing. That was a nightmare. It's dead.
Ah, tree's
now.
gone. Tree's gone. Tree's gone.
Yes. Tree's gone. Celebrate. Everyone be happy.
Should I burn them yet?
Shut up, Carmen.
Let's go tell Master. Let's go tell Master tree's gone.
Yes, but before you go, can we
And
just...
you see one of them is running away.
Well, can we clear this web so we can talk? We can have a conversation. Me and you, not while I'm flying.
You can stand there, talk. Yes, talk there. It's fine.
I need to clear a space for me to stand on to talk to you.
You can stand further back. It's fine.
No, but there's a trap there, and I'll fall down.
Further back, behind the trap. We know
No,
there's a
but-
trap there. We made it.
Then we'll be shouting at each other, and it's not very civilized, is it?
That's fine.
It's only like 10 feet apart.
Okay, right.
You never had a conversation with someone 10 feet away from you before?
Could everyone take a step back, please?
Yeah. Oh man, I'm backing up.
Back the thing of you.
Do you have some sort of thing where you don't like skinship?
You're just too warm.
So, my name's Allison. What's your name?
Name?
Yes, what do people call you?
You?
How are you known to your people?
Yes, you. That one.
Oh, you.
What
As
is
in
your
you.
pronouns?
What? Don't understand.
Well, nice to meet you. What are you doing here? Is this where you live?
Making traps. Good traps.
Just-
Nice traps. Many traps.
It was a very good trap, I'll give you that, but
It was, isn't it?
it's not very nice, is it now?
Oh, it's very nice. Keep us safe.
I understand you need to be safe. Not everyone wants to hurt you.
Not sure. Don't believe you.
I'm being genuine. I don't want to hurt any of you.
Okay, good. But still don't believe you.
Is there somebody else I could talk to? I heard someone saying a master.
Yep, shall be here soon. Just wait.
Oh, perfect. Well, how long have you been down here?
Whole life. Born here.
Working. Oh, very nice. Working on...
No, not working. Born here.
Oh, born. Alright. And was the tree attacking you?
Tree always attacks. Nasty tree.
Nasty tree, yes, we killed it.
Many
Killed it
nasty
dead.
things. Nasty humans, nasty elves, nasty dwarves, nasty things.
Well, we are not nasty. We don't mean you any harm.
We'll see.
Like, Jarrus looks nasty, but he's actually really, really nice. If you scratch him just behind the ear, he lets out like a little purring sound. He's standing there picking his nose like, "Ugh." So, let's just wait for your master then.
Oh, here now.
I like the idea of the bastards coming over. It's just another one of them.
Well, no, not quite.
I'm scared. Yeah, I fucking thought it was.
Oh dear.
Fucking Strider.
What the fuck?
And through the webs, you see a large spider-like creature with a human, well, drow-like torso.
I love droids so much. They're awesome.
Looks like he skipped legs day.
Yeah, it's just a drow with like a little children, etiquette children. Like
It's
what the fuck?
it's she, but yes,
That's not yeah.
it's a board days episode. I feel.
Yeah. Okay. So the moment it appears, Hank goes, "Holy fucking shit!" and then runs.
Cameron just grabs Hank by the collar and pulls him back.
Fucking.
Just because she looks disgusting doesn't mean you can run.
It's a fucking giant spider woman.
Can we have some kind of lore check on?
Yeah, just go ahead and write her down in your book, Hank. Get it over with, okay?
I choose to fail any check to know what this is.
How do you suggest knowing about it?
I can't. Knowledge or something.
Studying.
I mean, Hank would probably know because I feel like he would have checked if he could fuck it.
No,
speak
we're
under?
not.
Do you speak Undercommon?
I do not.
Okay. How would you have gone about studying this then? Because that's usually like a broader study of things would be, the Underdark or.
I don't know. I just assume when you have nigh on max intelligence, you know shit.
No, I speak it because of my pact. That's why I speak it.
I mean, I also don't know everything, right?
It's only a question. If the answer's no, fine.
Yeah. No, I'll let you make, I guess, nature for general Underdark knowledge, but with a disadvantage if you don't have a reason why you would know.
And I could make up a reason if you want.
A convincing
It
reason.
won't make it any truer than it should be.
Okay, so you definitely know that these are normally residents of the Underdark. Generally, it's quite rare to find good knowledge because most people don't survive the Underdark. But what you have read is, I mean, you know that they are, like drow gone wrong, basically.
Drow gone wild.
Well, it depends, really.
Wild.
I mean, honestly, drow got more wrong.
Don't they see it as a blessing?
No.
No.
Dryads are... That's like the opposite, it's a punishment.
Yeah, this is basically like the, like they would normally be slaves to the drow. And they're just used as tools. I mean, drow amongst each other already, you know this as well.
Yep.
And the drow amongst each other are not, they don't treat each other very kindly, to say the least. And they treat dryers with even less kindness.
It's like if our party was a race.
So perhaps surprisingly, there is a dryer here that's called Master, which is not their normal state of being. And other than that, you know that they have, as most elves do, some innate spellcasting abilities.
Yeah, okay.
And obviously, you know, they're spiders, so they have spiders.
He got fat as shit.
And she walks up to you and speaks in Undercommon, as the conversation has been in Undercommon so far. Says, "Who is this that intrudes upon our territory?"
My name is Allison Locke. We traveled through here and, well, we're not deliberately trespassing, we just fought that giant tree creature right there, and this was our next direct route.
Good to know the tree is gone. Thank you for doing the work for us.
No, not a problem.
Oh wait, I know Undercommon. I'm just listening in. I forgot I knew it.
This seems like a rather nice abode you have here.
Meaning?
It's a safe
You're looking
place
to
for...
take it from us?
No, we're not planning on taking anything from you. We were just trying to travel through or see if you knew a way through the dungeon.
Well, you're going to have to find some other way.
Well, can I pipe up?
I mean, of course.
In Undercommon, I'll say, nice, pretty spider lady, what if we gave you gift? Some sort of bribe to get through? Like a permit of safety, so to speak.
Well, you've left out the most important part of that sentence.
What?
What you're going to give me.
Well, what I'm saying is I got these and I'll chink some gold coins.
You don't want to know what Hank's going to give you.
Coin.
And then I'll bring out a belt, porcelain plates with blue elephants on, a mummified eyeball.
I think she requires
To top it
something.
These finely made glass cups, which, by the way, we took from a lair of a very dangerous creature.
Congratulations, you've managed to convince me.
Okay, cool. Can we get past it?
That was sarcasm.
And she casts web and finishes off closes off the webbing again where you've been trying to hack through.
What's your name?
I don't understand anything they're saying. Can I throw a fireball at her yet?
No.
I also do not understand.
I mean, guys, let's just go back the other way.
Let's go around. That seems like it's more
No.
dangerous.
Now that she doesn't want us to go through here, I want to go through here even more.
Well, if you want to go and get killed by the spider people, you be my guest. But
I have
Not
killed
going.
elves and spiders, and this is a combination of two, so I'm very confident I can kill her.
Oh my, the moment I started understanding and knew she spoke, it feels a bit off to kill her.
Allison's going to speak to Hank in Undercommon. You
Yeah.
speak this language.
Yeah, I totally forgot about I'd studied that. But yeah, I do.
Not a normal subject.
He's
for
paralyzed with fear.
Well, Ali, the thing is, I used to go to the Underdark and trade with some of the deep gnomes with my pal, you see, and I learnt it that way.
Right.
Never actually come across many creatures because the pathways we used to take were quite safe.
Hmm.
I
Well.
only did it a few times, but Undercommon was something I picked up quite nicely.
It is always useful.
Are you guys done babbling? Whatever that nonsense is, you're babbling. Let's go.
I think they said we should kill her.
Now, look, the moment she became talkative, humanised her, and I don't really want to slay her.
Yeah.
Have you never killed something that spoke to you?
Oh,
It
not
seems
really.
like they're trying to survive in there, Carmen. It's not like they're doing any harm. They're just trying to protect themselves.
This is a prison, isn't it? So obviously they have a reason for being here.
So
I do suspect that would be the case.
Yes, but if it was such a malignant evil creature, why didn't you just all attack us all at once?
Because they know that they can be defeated. And it's self-preservation.
I do not believe they're going to do us any harm. I don't see the point in antagonizing this affair.
You nearly fell into one of their traps.
I am aware that I hold no ill will against it.
We need to find a way out of here. And going back the way we came is not the best way to do that.
You did notice there was plenty of passages you haven't gone through, just saying.
Well, I wasn't aware of that, so now we can go back.
I literally said in character that there was a bunch of places that we passed by.
Like, flesh tunnels and shit.
I don't want to know about your flesh tunnel, Hank. Jesus.
Like, what
Oh yeah,
I'm saying is,
you missed like the fleshy slit that we slid through.
we basically
Wow.
had to climb inside a fallopian tube.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
It's
Don't-
a tube that goes through your throat hole, I think. I heard it said once as a doctor, and now I can't understand, and I just kind of thought it was that.
Brilliant.
Garrus, you probably know more than I do.
I don't know anything about no flowing open tube. Let's go.
Flowing out, that's just called your pisser, mate. Alright.
Well, let's find a way.
Batman transition.
Yeah, for the next time we do this, if we're gonna do one more region after this one, I'll actually set up zone transitions as an add-on where if you click on one point on one map, it brings you to another point on another map, so you can actually do that yourself.
Ah, more scripts and shit to break.
Okay, so just to the southeast of the room you were just in, there's this passageway that you came through before.
Oh, there's two Jarises and two.
Oh yeah, I'll get rid of them. There you go.
Oh, it's
Oh
like
yeah, but one thing,
it's like butter.
one thing Rocket needs to know is this tunnel's all fleshy and shit.
Yeah, so you've made your way through several. Like from the moment you entered, like the holes here, the walls of all the holes are covered in skin.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
constantly moving.
aware of the region.
And this particular region that you're in now is not like that because it was overrun by this green vegetation from this huge tree monster.
Hmm.
That seemed to be spreading and fighting against the fleshy invasion. But now you've made your way back, and you've sort of like skipped through this zone quickly. Hold on, let me just open.
I seem to have no light on this
Yeah,
map.
same here.
Yeah, it's because your tokens are probably still set. Well, I'll fix it. A moment.
Huzzah!
Anyone still missing light? Okay, good. Hey, what were you doing there? You hadn't been there.
Oh shit! Sorry, I was just. It didn't even. I was just seeing if I had light, but I couldn't tell if I had light because everyone else had light, so I couldn't see if I had light or not.
Okay, so there are some secret doors that the Zolak took you through before.
Oh yeah, this theory he ran us
Just
through.
hold still.
Yeah, secret doors up here. We went through.
Oh, maybe I don't have light. I thought I did, but
Oh great, guys! It's our fucking worst enemy. It's a fucking
Yeah.
pit.
I think. Well, I don't know because came in the room. So
Okay,
or
so
have-
just to stop moving for a sec, guys.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Also,
Nope.
advanced
Like,
lighting.
if you complain about light, hold the fuck still, and everyone else hold the fuck still, because otherwise, yeah.
While you're holding the fuck still, I'm going to the toilet.
Yeah, the fog of
Okay.
war is. Stop! The fog of war is not on.
It is.
Advanced-
No, 'cause
advanced.
not
You're-
working.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Whatever mumber jumper they're speaking, whatever that means. Yeah, we don't have to.
There you go.
So you have to move it. Yep, there you go. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, I'm not going to move you into that patch because that doesn't fit. So this should give you enough of an idea.
This was the Mad Laboratory.
Alright,
so we go around the corner.
could you just move us all onto a single spot and then just move us all?
Oh
at
yeah, I
once?
could do that.
Like a transformer or Power Rangers.
Is Tavio not going to have the thing if you don't have this
Yeah,
token?
whatever. That's fine.
Fuck that guy.
Oh look, that's when we were using the door script.
Okay. There you go.
Nice.
All right. And so to your south, you've seen that there's a pit, and then you looked up, and there's just a wall, and it leads up into the darkness.
So what? There's a pit to the south, and you look up, and there's darkness.
Yeah. So here, there's a pit, and when you get close to the pit, you just look up, and there's a wall that seems to go up quite a way beyond your light radius.
Oh.
Does it go up beyond Allison's vision?
I don't know. Has Alison gone there and checked it, or are you just asking me out of character?
Well, let me see. What are you looking at? That's
Perhaps the question should be, Alison, could you go and have a look?
Excuse me, Indra.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a big hole.
Okay. Can you make me a perception check? Goes for things that are close.
If I pull into another hole.
And the rest of you?
Oh, okay.
What's that?
I asked for one from everyone.
Oh,
Mm.
This is the toilet of the dungeon.
Aris is just picking his nose all day and day, not paying attention.
Okay, so Indra, you you most of all are affected by this. Like you have a pretty sharp sense of smell. Makes sense. You're an air elemental of sorts.
Yep.
Suits you, and you feel very offended by this. Like the air here is extremely dirty. It doesn't smell like refuse. It smells more like rot. And very clearly coming from this pit. The closer you get, you actually have to shield your nose to not be nauseated. The rest of you smell this as well, but seem less affected.
Oh, I believe there are dead things in there.
Oh, Jairus, do you have advantage on perception checks relying on smell or anything like that? As a racial ability?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I feel like I
So
should.
what you're saying is these fleshy walls are just rotting down there, or there's actually dead things.
Well, I
I
haven't
suspect
actually.
more likely dead things.
I haven't leaned over to have a look in.
Yeah, so as you approach...
I was gonna say, can Jairus come here and can I hold his big paw while I lean in?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Sure,
Jairus will
that's
come
the way.
over. Yeah, Jairus will come over and
Yeah, that's fine.
hold you.
So you start leaning over the edge and looking a bit further down into the pit, and you, as your ear like goes over the side, you actually hear the bloop, 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 bloop from below. Some bubbling, but it's very thick, viscous material, obviously.
From below, you said?
You don't hear that, but
Yeah.
Like a stomach or something.
Awesome.
Oof.
And yeah, so you hear this sludgy bubbling noise rising from the pit below, and something seems to squirm and shift wetly in the shadows below. And On the other side of the pit, as you move your gaze upwards, you see that there's a railing which is about 60 feet up from where you are currently. And there seems to be like a room beyond. And you can tell that some of the floor there, the railing is dirty as well, so it seems like dirty stuff is just being dumped through the railing down into this pit.
Yeah, this seems like a waste pit. There's a grate, and it looks as if stuff's being emptied down the grate to down here.
So it's like an actual there's like an actual thing above, like blocking, like if there was some way up, we wouldn't be able to get up anyways because there's a thing over it.
You would be able to fly up there if you wanted to. Like it's just a long, rectangular shaft.
Okay.
One platform where you are now, then one platform like 60 feet up.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
there's like a railing around so you don't fall in there, basically.
Oh, okay.
There's no such railing here, and so it's a good thing that you're there, Jairus, because otherwise she might have slipped and fallen. It's pretty slippery around the corner here as well.
That's good.
It seems they don't really take care to aim very precisely when they're stripping stuff down.
Well, I don't.
Can I send Bell up to have a look at it?
Bell's the elemental.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, Christ, I forgot about that thing.
So, Bell happily appears.
Where's my Bell token?
I love how it just
Yeah,
poops
there
into
it is.
existence. It's just a
Ugh.
Ugh.
It's like what happened if it's like if you zoomed in on the Marshmallow Man's spunk. That's what it would look like.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm gonna take a couple of steps back from the railing and go back around the corner.
Yep. And you notice that Bell doesn't like this at all, flying into the dirty or anything.
I know it's not particularly pleasant, but if you could go and have a look up there.
And eventually makes its way through and flies up. And as you fly up, you find about 20 by 25 foot room, and seems to be pretty empty except for the railing that you just saw from below. Strangely enough, there's also a strong scent of soap there.
Okay.
Although I don't know if you can share scent through your thing.
I don't
I think
think
it's
so.
vision and audio, but never
Yeah.
mind.
And there's telepathic communications, so
Yeah.
Bell can let me know.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, it's better up here.
Very strange. Thank you, Bell. You can come back now.
Flies back down.
Yes. Go on, disappear.
Just
Oh.
poof.
Ugh.
Spell
I'll come back in the
Bell.
corner now.
Just because you can't see him, he's still here, you know.
Ugh.
He's always here, watching,
I'll make a
waiting.
wisdom saving throw or become frightened.
Is Bell Batman?
Alright, so no climbing up the waste pit wall then, I guess.
It seems unwise and unworthwhile.
Yeah.
I am not climbing up there. Let's just head back to the lab and search from there.
There was also that room that the angel guy found that didn't have any flesh in it. He said it was interesting.
There was also that room with all the spiders and insects that looked like they would put up a worthy fight.
You remind me of someone, Carmen.
Is your name Carmen or Carmen? I'm so confused.
It's Carmen, Jairus. Thank you for asking.
Okay, just because I did. Okay.
I mean, as odd as it sounds, I do think he is correct. We will have no issue dealing with the Drider.
Thank you, Windbag.
But I don't think so.
Just a reminder, in this room there is a... Hold on, let me just do this. There's a door there as well.
Trying a door, trying a door.
Look, Carmen, there is no need to be horrible to injure like that. There's just no.
Hey, you want to check out all these doors? There's so many doors. There's like.
All right, I'll check this one out.
I've been nothing but nice to Indra.
You just called him a windbag.
Well, yeah, and I've called you a gnome, but that's just descriptive, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I am a gnome, so.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's not a windbag, is he?
It's okay, Hank. You can't teach common sense.
Is it safe?
Looks like it.
It looks pretty safe, so, Jarrus, if you want to open the door. Actually, I'll use Mage Hand from here. I'll go.
Let me check something. Can you link Mage Hand for me?
He's looking at the weight it can open, probably.
Yeah, so you can manage to like push the handle down, but pushing the door that doesn't seem to work. It's too heavy, not well oiled enough to open it.
I'm just gonna.
You know.
By our might combined! 2 mage hands and the thaumaturge, you go!
Yeah, the thaumaturgy works. So you try and push with your mage hands together, it still doesn't work, and then Cameron goes, open! And just slams open.
Whoa, look at me, magic. Whoa.
You've got magic now, probably.
I really know how it works now. I was like trying to do them earlier, and like I go, abracadabra! And Indra and Carmen have to make a Constitution saving throw.
I take 6 damage.
Wow.
Wait, is that right?
No, it should be higher. I don't know how to make it. It's not.
It should be 2.
No, I think I take 6 damage, and I don't think we need to discuss this any further, except if you want like a Titan Maul in your face.
It would be another 6 from the higher level cast. Yeah.
Guys, remember you've got temporary hit points. So.
Holy shit!
Well, thank you for that, Jarrus.
I'm sorry.
I don't mean any offense, but the next time I'm gonna smack you with my Titan Maul.
I'm sorry. I never cast magic ever, and now I got magic. So, sorry if I'm not like and like I know what I'm doing.
And I'm sorry when I have to smack you with my Titan Maul.
What's in this room?
It's completely free of vegetation, both.
Are you gonna say that for every room, yes?
And skin-like? No, because there's only a few. But the air here is strong with a sharp, unpleasant stench. You can't quite place what it is.
I'll take a look around the room, like making sure to check every nook and cranny.
Yep. Let's go ahead. Give me another investigation check.
I'll give you some lessons in magic leader, Jarrus.
Yeah, that'd be good because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Everything can be learned. I'm not going to say simple, but it's learnable.
I mean, that's good to know because it's like I feel like these can like do more, and I don't want to like disintegrate you into pieces or something.
A good choice. I'd appreciate if you didn't.
Okay, so you look around the room, and you notice that everything here is very, very strangely clean, Hank. Like there's not even little specks of dust, except the ones that you're leaving as you walk in.
I'll check the ceiling.
Yeah, same.
I'll step back and go, Ali, it's a bit peculiar in there, mate. Like, it's as if it's been like, totally cleaned with magic or acid or something.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was eating.
Oh, what I'm saying is that room behind
What?
me is totally...
What are you eating? What are you eating there?
You wouldn't like it, trust me. It's potion stuff for warlocks. You eat this. Carry on.
So, what the fuck does that mean?
Exactly. You have to have an intelligence score over 12, I'm afraid, Charles.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
Alright, so I'll check this other door down to the south before we go in.
You guys carry on, I'll just follow you around and eat my warlock stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right, still on fire today.
Yeah, it looks fine as well.
Alright, guys, well, I'll open it because I'm that confident.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Open!
we got a ton
Hey,
of
look, it worked.
Yeah, and you see now that this room, as you're making your way south again, the flesh on the wall starts getting thicker and heavier again. Like in the room where you're standing now, you can sort of see the walls through the skin. But now,
Yeah, I remember this
There's
area.
like appendages and orifices everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The occasional eye that looks at you.
perfume.
Orifices.
Yeah, like puckered anuses on the wall.
Mm-hmm. Some unpuckered ones as well.
Hey, you could add this entire dungeon to your list.
Alright, Jaros, I get it, alright? Oh,
Just
you fucking hard.
Please do it discreetly.
I mean, you be the first person I think in the entire world to fuck a dungeon. I mean, that'd be pretty.
Jaros, please be quiet. I'm not gonna do that. It takes the meaning of glory hole to a whole new meaning. Like, seriously.
What?
I'm checking.
No, honestly, I wouldn't.
What do you
Take a right up ahead.
Alright. What about this door down here?
Well, to the right is where that room that the angel guy was talking about.
Alright, we'll travel there.
No, the right. Don't you know anything, you dumb idiot?
Use Jarrus's signals with the left and right, and it'll help you.
Yeah. You gotta make the shit with your hand, don't you know?
And then imagine Jarvis turns around and goes like this to hang. Left, completely unaware what he's doing. Alright, so you enter this room and it looks completely free of slimy flesh. What you do find is that there's like lumps of charred flesh, dried to like husks and all crackly on the floor.
So what was it we were doing here, Jarrus?
I don't know. The angel guy said this was this room was interesting. I don't know.
He said the room was interesting.
Yeah,
He was a very boring person, to be honest. So I'm not
he
sure.
said it was interesting, but he seemed more concerned about killing evil shit than checking the room out. So we left.
Yeah, and I'm going to check the room thoroughly to see if there's anything hidden or tucked away.
You spend a good 15 minutes searching the room, and eventually, as you're about to give up, you go and check the door, see if there's anything strange about the door, and you find on the outside of the door, actually, there's a series of interlocking rings. That's the...
It's a car dealership.
No, this is the Olympics.
Don't you mean a
like
wagon dealership?
Ah.
And they're not interlocking. You lied to us.
Well, they're not now, but they can, as they are three-dimensional. And they seem to shift in odd patterns, and it almost gives you a headache to look at them, as they seem to...
Well, I'll point them out to Indra.
move in various directions.
And it's on the outside of the door, like towards the hallway.
Yeah, it was on the outside, that's why you missed it when you came in.
Right, I'll point it out to Indra. I go, Indra, mate, over here, there's something on the back of the door that I'm not quite understanding what it is. But
Well, certainly interesting.
yeah, I'll get out my magnifying glass and hand it to him if he wants to use it.
How big is it?
Yeah.
It's about...
Oh, okay, never mind. I'll take it back.
You
think
just
it's
didn't see it
okay.
because, the when you came in previously,
The door was open.
the door was already opened from the sewer opening it, yeah. Just stood against the wall with the back facing the wall.
Right, before you start playing around with it, we should probably all exit the room.
Potentially.
Yeah, because
Could be
what if
wise.
it's that scorched everything in here?
I mean, I have literally no telling of what this could do at this point.
I mean, we could keep Carmen in there. She should be fine.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
I'm just kidding. Come on.
Oh, I was just gonna agree. Sure, come out.
I mean, you're not immune to fire. We don't want you to perish.
I mean, it's a religious experience, right? To nearly be burned alive. I don't mind.
So you say these things are moving in their 3D, like as in physical?
Yeah.
Can I touch it?
Yeah. Go ahead. Can you make me a dexterity check?
Sure.
A check. I didn't say save. I said a check.
Oh, it's the same.
Okay. That was not directed at you. That was directed at Jarrett, immediately giggling.
Yeah.
Okay, so you dart your hand forwards, and you're not quite sure if you can get your hand in without hurting yourself.
Would you like some milk?
They seem to move in pretty unpredictable patterns.
I mean, or you could touch it with something that's like not a body part.
Well, it might require more fine motor control if I want to actually move it somewhere. I mean, I know very little about it. Let me look at it first, and I'll come back to you.
Motor?
Yes. You know, your motor control. With
I don't know.
movements.
Controlling motors. I don't fucking know what the. You guys are fucking.
Jarrus just reminds me of like a grandpa, 95-year-old, who's just gone past like technology just goes past his head, like just newfangled sayings and stuff like that.
Can I arcana it anyway to
Sure.
potentially decipher it?
And I will help you because I am expertised in Arcana.
Maybe you should have done it.
Yeah, that's kind of how it's supposed to go.
That's all right. Enro seemed more interested. So you have a look, and from what you can determine, there's definitely some distinction in patterns, both of movement and in the inscriptions upon them, which don't mean anything to you on the 3 rings. And you see that occasionally it would seem as if the rings would collide, but then they just like merge over each other as if moving through.
Mm-hmm.
But as you examine closely, you can tell enough that they seem to be physical, as they do disturb the air a little bit as they're moving around.
We may actually require that magnifying glass, Hank.
Okay, I'll hand it to him.
Not for me. There seems to be text on the rings, which I can't decipher myself.
Sorry,
else
it's
could
not
take a look.
text, it's just inscriptions, not necessarily the actual text.
Okay.
Apologies.
Never mind.
You can still try and make sense of them, just not with language.
Yes, I'd like to try and make sense of them. What are they?
Which one are you looking at? Which are the rings?
Start the outer ring.
I also give him +1.
Okay, just make me a straight up intelligence check for this one.
+1.
14.
Okay, you look through it a little bit and try and look at the inscriptions on the same part every time as they move around, which is difficult enough. You're trying to read something that's moving or understand something that's moving all the time. And then eventually, after a good 10 minutes or so, you start to get a little bit dizzy, but you also feel like you're so close that you can almost make out what it says. You take a little break for a minute or two to calm your eyes and your head from literally spinning. And as you refocus on it, you get the idea that they are magical wards of some kind, and that there's probably a spell contained in each of them.
Okay. Well, I'm still not entirely sure, but it seems to be, well, some kind of ward, perhaps, with spells contained within.
Have you tried dispelling them?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have that prepared. And also, I don't know if it'll be a good idea to dispel them. I mean, they're not causing any harm presently, so
Yeah, but maybe they unlock something.
my assumption would be if you dispelled it, it certainly wouldn't unlock.
I mean, we've already been inside, right?
Well, can they align in any way? Can you like line them up manually?
They do appear to be physical, and I think they can be manipulated, but it would probably take finer motor control than I have.
What if I was to help you?
Why don't you do it, Hank?
It may be better if you did it and I helped you.
Well, what then?
I'll tell you what to move, and you do the moving.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, let's move some parts.
All right. So tell me what you're doing.
Fuck those. Making sure as we go along.
Okay. So tell me what you want to do.
Well, by looking
What-
at the door,
What
You want
ring
to
are you
line.
touching? Something like this.
Turn. Leave the outer ring, take the. So you've got the outer ring, the next one in, align it so the little spikes all line up with the other gaps.
Yeah, I
And
think a
then-
full alignment is probably the first point of call.
Okay. So you want to just align them, like in a horizontal space, so that they're not like this as well. 'Cause they're
Yeah,
also-
aligned and linked. Yeah,
Okay.
all in one two-dimensional plane essentially.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, Hank, give me a dexterity check. Or you can use sleight of hand if you have it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use human determination.
But you're a gnome.
Yeah, what's that? You gonna use what determination?
I mean, if you'd let me take the gnome racials, I'll take them instead. I mean, that's a pretty poor roll, though, so...
That is a pretty poor roll. How confident are you sticking your hand in this, Hank?
As far as I'm concerned, it's not gonna fucking cut my hand off, or does it really look like it's gonna do that?
I mean, the metal discs are moving through each other, and you get the idea that, you know, sometimes there's just two rings, one large ring and one small ring, they move across each other. You have no idea if that would cut your hand off or not.
Well, then I'd be hesitant.
Like scissors.
That probably relates to my check then. I was probably very hesitant to even try anything. But then again, I do have Mage Hand that I could use to push these rings and stuff like that.
Okay, so I'll take it as you're going to touch the outer one with the least chance of having your hand cut.
Mm-hmm.
So you go and touch it, and as soon as you like put your finger against the metal, all the rings just stop in place.
They just stop spinning entirely.
Yeah, completely.
Oh, alright, well, this is creeping me the fuck out.
Can you move them?
Currently, the middle ring is intersecting the outer one, so you can't move the middle one into the center of the bigger one because they're.
So it looks like it's like a time challenge. You have to press it at the right time. And then that'll lock the other one in place. And then use your other hand to touch the third ring. So you're essentially going to try and like double tap it.
Alright.
As good as assumption as any. We can always try.
Because assuming they're not going like fucking across.
No, they're going slow enough to read them for a moment. It's just that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would try to do exactly what Ali just told me.
Okay, so tell me again exactly what you're doing. Then?
So
I mean, Alison can tell.
when the rings are coming, they're moving. As they cross into the right place, they're aligned. He's going to touch the outer one and the middle one. So it locks them both in place, so it means the one in the center can't go anywhere. And that should align them.
Okay,
in
just to
theory.
point out, he touched the outer one and everything stopped spinning.
Oh, everything?
Yeah.
Right. We'll just touch the outer one then when they all align.
Yeah.
Okay. So you sit there, you go, no, not yet. No. Nope. Like, you go for it a couple of times, but you're not quite sure if it's the right moment. And then, after a good 5 minutes or so of standing there watching for the right moment, you touch it. And finally, they're all somewhat in the right place. They're not completely aligned. They're not, like, the middle one isn't nicely floating in the middle. But at least they're not interlocking anymore.
Can you turn them?
Yeah. Does anything happen?
What do you just describe physically? Like, what are you just trying to move them physically?
Like I said, what
In
Ali said, I'm
place,
gonna
or-
try and stop them,
Yeah, so they're stopped.
and nothing happens.
Well, what are you doing from now? I want you to just tell me what exactly you're doing physically.
Like, you hold them in place, and then Allison will reach over your shoulder and try and move the other ones to lock into place.
Yeah, but as far as I know so far, all I have to do is just touch the top one and they all stop, so...
Mm-hmm.
And then that's all I was told to do. And I go, hopefully when they were aligned, I was going to hope that something would happen. And if it doesn't, I'll just go, well, give this, like, fuck this shit, and turn around.
Alright. Do you want to...
I want to try and touch them, and then when they stop, try and then move the other ones.
Okay. So what happens is, eventually you touch them they start moving again. You touch them again, they stop. But as soon as you start touching one to move it, the others start moving again as well.
Have you tried just breaking it?
What happens if you touch the smallest ring?
They all start moving.
They all stop moving.
Yeah, they all stop or start, it seems, wherever you touch them.
Yeah, wherever you touch it, it stops or starts.
It's something. There's something here, but somebody get a ball of yarn for Jairus.
So can I just grab the middle ring, just see what happens, even if my arm gets chopped off or whatever. Fuck it, go for it. Grab the ball by the horns and just pull it from the wall.
Yeah, so you pull it out, like you reach your hand in and pull it out. Can you make me a sleight of hand or dexterity check again?
Both the same.
Alright, very good. So you reach in
Wow.
and just
Whoa!
latch onto it, put it back, and you're just holding this ring in your hand now, and it's trying to move, but you can feel that it's not so strong that you can't hold it in place. And the others just keep doing what they were doing.
Right.
It appears
So-
they can be held, so grab the others.
Yeah. Go on ahead, Hank.
Okay. I'll look at it warily.
Believe me, I'm not particularly strong. You can hold it.
Okay, I'll hold it.
Do you want to grab one more of the ones off the wall then? Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Oh, am I actually like physically carrying it away from the wall now?
Yeah. It's like,
Okay.
Like you reach in and grab it, and now you're just holding it.
I
away
can just
from the
feel
door.
it moving in my hands, like
Yeah.
trying to turn.
Oh, well, I don't like this.
Exactly.
It's a bit creepy. It's scaring me as well.
I'm just gonna hold it away from the wall, just let go, see what happens.
It just slowly floats back to the wall.
Grab
Grab
it
it
before it
for
floats
it,
back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, Hank, you grab another one.
Oh, I'll grab the smallest.
Alright, so you reach in and grab the smallest. It's easy now that the half of the moving parts are gone. There's hardly any intersection between the
Right.
small
Now
and big
we-
rings.
Align them when they're off the door, so they're all interlocking, and then put it back on the door when they're all together, like locked in place.
That could prove difficult. It's putting up quite a fight.
Yeah, so you've got the biggest one, right, Alison?
Yes.
Okay, can you make me a strength check?
Not really. I will use inspiration. Just a strength check.
Yep. Yeah, or athletics if you have it.
Oh, I have athletics.
Okay, what's the modifier on that?
It's just +3.
Plus
So,
3? Yeah, so 18. Okay. Yeah, you need to use quite a bit of your.
well, it's,
of your
I
strength.
used inspiration, so 24.
Oh yeah, sorry. Still, you feel that you need to use quite a bit of your power to hold it, but it's easily manageable.
Right.
And Hank, you just feel like you can tell that it's trying to turn a little bit, but it's very easy for you to hold the smallest one.
Right. I've got
Now
this big
that-
one, and I'll hold it, so you can lock your other places into it.
I'm not entirely sure that'll do it now. Give me a moment. Now I've got it. I want to actually try and read it properly. Now that I can just sit there, hold it, and read it.
Yep, that's fine.
Jairus, can you give me a hand of this?
Yo, what's up?
Just hold this really, really tight. Don't let go.
And Jairus barely notices the force of the spinning. As you go out and read it, which one are you reading first?
Whichever one I had. I thought I had the smallest, but I think
Yeah.
Hank has
Oh,
it
yeah, the
now,
middle
so
one. Yeah.
Let's just say the middle one, yeah.
Yeah, you notice that there is some spell effect which you can't quite make out like what spell it is, but you can make something out about the theme. And I just need to Google something. So give me a second.
All right. Well, I will Google the toilet while you do that.
It won't be that long. But
Don't gargle the toilet. That's gross.
If you need to go.
I could be fighting spiders right now.
But instead, we're solving puzzles.
Mm.
You must be fun at parties.
Hey, remember that time we fought those little spiders, man? Duh. Oh yeah, you guys don't remember that. Yeah, you guys remember that. Hey, Javio, remember that time we were fighting those spiders, man? Duh.
Yeah, that was pretty tough.
Good times.
I have a faint, distant memory from another life throwing torches into spider webs.
Okay. You don't quite understand what exactly it is, but it's something very simple and base about this enchantment, as if that's just the nature of the spell.
Basic.
Like it has so few elements that you don't think it could actually function as a spell somehow, and yet the feeling
Unless
that it must
combined with the others, maybe. Right. Then I'll go and read Jarrus's ring. As we will.
Big one. Yeah, this one is a bit easier to read. It just it doesn't quite project a spell either, but you get the sense that just everything that's written there has some relationship with cold.
And then
So it's like images / words of ice, snow, etc. These come to mind from the arcane sigils that you see.
Then I'll check out Hank's ring.
Well.
Hank, would you mind showing me your tiny ring?
Well, okay.
Zip.
I don't know. I'm not being rude. I'm handing him the ring.
And as you start reading this one is quite the opposite of the outer one. It's so complicated that it's almost impossible to make any sense of it. And even though the writing is very condensed, it actually hurts your brain a bit to read through all of this.
So we've got cold, simple, complex, from outer to inner.
Yeah.
Installed.
Your friend that you met
Hello?
previously.
So there, you in there?
Like the piece of rock, Jarrus.
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking magic. I don't know.
Well, let's try and put them together and see what happens.
Very well. I will attempt to place mine within Jarrus's ring.
Oh god. Okay. You keep on holding it, yeah? Okay. You notice that the effort to keep it in place becomes a bit stronger. Like you need to put a bit more effort in keeping it in its position.
I will assist.
Like, how big is the ring, by the way? Like, in comparison to like me? Like,
Oh yeah, it's like the biggest one's sort of like this, and then
Yeah.
the medium one's like this, and the smaller ones.
okay,
So it's like holding a beach ball, basically, size-wise.
gotcha.
Ready when you are, Hank.
Okay. I will be honest. I zoned out when you started talking technical mumbo jumbo.
Just place it inside the other two.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. Sorry, whoops.
Yeah. I mean, you're an arcane practitioner as well, right?
Yeah, but I found it really hard to kind of keep focused in my studies. That's why I didn't end up becoming a wizard like my dad.
Understandable. Anyway, if you would.
Yeah, alright, yeah. I'll put the ring.
Okay, so you put the ring in, and at this point, especially for you, Indra, you have to really struggle a little bit. Like Jarrus feels it now coming as well, the pull on the outer ring. But he's quite strong. And Hank, you still don't really notice anything. Like, it's still, you feel it moving a little bit, but it's just like holding an object out at arm's length that requires some effort as well. It's pretty much that.
Someone give me a hand here, please.
Yeah.
And you also notice that they now start pulling towards the door, and even Jairus is being dragged. So it seems that the force moving back to the door is strong.
Are we going with this? Is this how this is?
Place it on the door complete.
Okay.
And so you all hold it in place as you slowly move towards the door. And as you get back to the door, you hear you hear a clink, and then you feel the force sort of disappears from your hands. It doesn't
Look
pull
at the
anymore
side,
sideways.
Are they flattened now, though, in the door? They like
There still seems to be some like the frame that they were in. There's still a little bit of room, so your hands are not inside the door. But they're the rings are in a cutout in the door. If that makes sense, like in a little hole.
I'll have a look inside the room, see if anything opened up.
Doesn't seem so.
Perhaps the door needs to be closed and reopened.
Good point. Let's try that.
Okay, so you gotta shut the door, Alison?
Yep.
Okay.
And I start
You shut-
spinning again.
They start spinning again as soon as you.
Oh, you
close the
motherfucker.
door.
Right, fuck this.
Let us repeat the process and do it while the door is closed, then we open it. Now we know what we're doing. It'll take a couple of minutes. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, so you go and touch the outer ring again to stop everything to be able to grab it. As soon as you do, behind you, in front of you, two walls of ice shoot up.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
You now get the idea that this was a trap which was inactive and you've just reset it.
Oh my god!
Go team.
Perfection.
Cameron just starts clapping.
Kevin's favorite element is well for a trap.
I'm going to telepathically try and
Give me-
reach the solar.
Give me a second. And a moment later, the ice in front of you slowly fades away. So your only path forward now is the door, which is still there. The outer ring has started moving again. Behind you, there's still a thick layer of ice.
Hello?
So where is the ice? Sorry.
Sorry. Let me move you into the hallway. Roll 20 cooperate. Thank you.
No wonder you people think every door is trapped if you're the ones setting the traps on the doors.
I thought it was a treasure puzzle.
Yeah, Ali, to be fair, so did I.
Is there any answer from the solar?
No.
Damn it.
So where was the other one?
The other ice wall,
Yeah.
just in front of the door, but that's gone now. Like, that seemed to just be a temporary.
What about the one behind us?
Oh, that's there.
Would you
Try
want
it.
me to just spell it, guys? And just...
We could try and open the door and see what's inside now.
Can we
I
just
feel
like
like that's probably
break the
not
ice?
the best idea.
Like,
Break
Time
the ice.
aside, everyone, this is a hammer issue.
Go on,
Everyone
then,
stop! Hammer time.
And Cameron just doesn't wait for anyone to step aside and just brings some more on fire and hits the ice block.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like that'll do the trick, but it's going to take a lot of effort.
I'm very tempted to try to spell it with magic just to prove a point.
Cameron just keeps hitting it.
It's a possibility, so feel free to.
The Cameron tray has no brakes.
It does feel though, Cameron, if you're gonna keep on slamming it like this at full speed, it will cost you some levels of exhaustion at some point.
Alright, I'll cast Dispel.
Well, I assume they're gonna fix it before I stop. Cameron would stop.
Okay, can you make me an Arcana check? And it is... Nope, you fail. So you go to dispel it, and you get the idea that this is quite a bit more powerful than you were perhaps anticipating.
Oh.
Great.
I'll stop it
Great.
for you.
Wait, what the fuck am I doing? I just used create or destroy water. Screw this nonsense.
Oh, sorry. It can be using your spellcasting modifier. So if it's not int but charisma, how much better is your modifier?
Oh, 4.
It's 4 better.
Yeah, intelligence is +1.
Yeah, and charisma's +5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's exactly what you need.
Ah!
Sorry. Yeah, I always forget that for Dispel Magic it's not an intelligence check, but just a spellcasting check, basically. So you cast it, you think nothing happened at first, and you're like, huh. And then a moment later, just...
As the gods realize that your magic is actually good enough, it's like, oh wait, sorry.
Nice. So as it collapses, it'll be like, good job, Carmen. I like try to pretend that she did it.
Yeah, Carmen, that was real good.
Like it's pretty clear that it's not, but you try and hide it because she like smacks it and like a little crack appears, and then she smacks it again. Crack grows a little bit bigger, and then you cast your spell, and it's just immediately just gone. I'm like, huh, that's a powerful hammer right there.
Yeah. Whoa. Nice job, Carmen.
Boomy, do I look dumb to you?
What?
Who?
Oh, not Boomy. Fucking what's Hank?
Carmen obliterated that thing. You're just gone.
Yeah.
Don't be cheeky with me.
Well, let's
Garrus-
get out of here.
Garrus thing too
before
is
any more
Carmen.
traps up.
Yes, problem solved. Yeah, let's move along.
One's achievements should be one's own.
Oh, no,
Go
let's-
to the south before you head off.
Yeah, where are you going?
Well, I thought after you spent like ages trying to solve this puzzle, which turned out to be a trap, we should just go kill spiders.
I got an natural 20 on the door.
Yeah, that looks fine.
Ah, I'll open it.
Also, Arnie, by the way, I forgot to ask, what are the room numbers on for the laboratory for those items that we found? Because we didn't get
I-34.
I-34. Thank you.
And as you start walking this way, it slopes uphill pretty steeply. Like a 10% incline. You have to actually like walk a bit. It's difficult terrain getting up here.
I'm sweating, guys.
This is good. Perhaps we're heading towards the exit.
I look at Indra and go, wow, you got some hope in you there.
Oh, there's a door there.
I
I
hope
should
it's
know.
not the exit already. If we get out this fast, it's not really an achievement, and I just wasted time.
No, we definitely need to get out. You know, I came in here for something. It ain't gonna happen, so I need to go.
There are several
And you
doors
see
here.
that just to your to the east here, you see a very steep passage which leads back down to the laboratory.
Oh.
Hey, go ahead, check out this door.
Alright.
Open!
Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah, you get the idea. If you want to walk down there, you're probably gonna have to make an acrobatics check, because otherwise you're just gonna slide down.
Okay, well, did you hear what just happened?
No.
Garrus went, open this door. Can you check this door,
Ah.
Hank? And then Carmen went, open.
Yeah. Alright, so you throw this door open to the west. I assume that's the one you meant, Jared, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You throw the door open, and there's a narrow passage ahead of you, and those of you who can see a little bit further see that there's 2 passages leading off to either side, about 20 feet in.
Well, let's take a look.
All right, go on, Carmen.
Be careful.
All right, and Indra, as soon as you move into the corridor, you see on the door that's straight ahead from where you came, exactly the same moving rings.
Oh God.
Well, there certainly seems to be more traps. How about the ones to the north and the south?
Well, I mean, at least it's like right on the front of the door. That's like a lot more convenient.
The south seems to be a dead end, and
Oh,
the
yes, there's
north
no
is a general door. There's no symbols on it.
Well, we can either take the north, or perhaps Hank could dispel the magic on this one.
I don't actually have that spell anymore. Oh wait,
Then
yeah, I do.
north.
I'm a liar. Of course I do. Sorry, yeah. So which one did you want me to cast that on, Indra?
I mean, or Cameron can just like
The one to the east.
open the door from like really far away.
West, sorry.
Okay. That's one with rings on it, yeah?
Yep, it looks exactly like the previous one.
There we go. I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic.
All right. Okay, make me a spellcasting check again.
Is that just my
That's
charisma?
just yeah, your charisma plus your proficiency bonus, I think. Maybe I will check.
Normally it's not the proficiency bonus whatsoever.
Yeah, it's just a straight.
Yeah, just a ability check using your spell. Yeah, so just charisma check.
Also, Inspiration.
Yep, that's fine.
Hell yeah, boy!
All right. So you bring up your hand, dispel magic, release it to the door, and only the outer ring stops moving.
I have a feeling that I might have to do it on every single ring, and that's going to get very tiresome, seeing as I can't do it that often.
It seems to be the case, yes.
Well, like I said, Cameron can just open the door from far away.
I can't
And
do
as you're
that,
discussing this, about 15 seconds or so after the first ring stops moving, the other two stop moving as well, and the first one clicks back into place, like as if they were put there the way that you did.
And it seems you have to do it quickly, so.
Go on, Carmen, go open the door.
Open!
And the door opens, and you hear from behind as the door swings open. That, what are you doing now? Is opening the door for you?
Who goes there?
Well, why don't you come in here? We can have a proper introduction.
Yeah, but
She,
that's what happened to be said before Hansel and Gretel was shoved into a hut. Why don't you
Cameron
come
just goes in
here?
there.
What?
Cameron just goes in there. No time wasted.
Oh God! It's gonna get eaten.
Don't mind them.
Who's the Hanson and Gretchen?
They don't want to fight spiders. They keep setting off traps.
Handsome
Horrible.
wore a three-piece troubadour set, all blonde, long hair, sang really cheesy song. I haven't heard of
Inspiration.
Hank is like, yeah, that's true.
I mean, can't be any worse than Hank's songs.
Okay, so what you find is... hold on, fucking stop, Jesus Christ.
You kept opening more doors, so I kept going further.
So as you
You don't have that. You can't
Yeah.
play that.
You don't have to.
So they're circular, but not quite round chambers. They're adorned heavily with tapestries, and strangely enough, there's some widely spaced iron bars etc. hanging from the ceiling, which seems to actually be like shaped curtain rods. The tapestries are abstracts. There's no depictions of landscapes or anything on them. Just various like modern art, pretty much. And there's a strong sense of incense here, driving off the foul smell of the rest of the halls. And as you step into the first room, you see that there's a strange appearance that greets you.
Oh, hello. Oh, okay.
And,
Oh, Mary's gonna get his book out again.
What the hell is the scaly thing?
and she
Oh,
is
Yonti?
somewhat like a Yanti, but not quite. You can make, I guess, an Arcana check for those of you who are proficient or expertise to see if you know anything.
It's the same roll. I hit investigation, but it's
shit.
the same roll.
Okay.
Whoa!
Alright.
Boss mode.
What the? Oh dear God, no.
What? You don't want to know? I mean, I cannot tell you.
No,
don't
go
wanna-
on. Tell.
Okay, so there are creatures which are very much like 1T and are often mistaken for them, but they're not actually 1T, they are Naga. And
Ooh.
My Naga.
Oh my god, did that just happen? Oh.
Oh wow.
I think it's time for a rockfall soon.
Oh.
I can't believe you've done that.
They cast Feeble Mind.
No!
On everyone. And alright. Go on, get it out of your system.
It is, it's gone. Let's carry on.
No, it's not.
Should we
That's
take
me
a
the
quick break?
title.
I need a drink
M-A-H.
anyway.
N-A-G-A. Just Managa. Alright, let's move on. She does look pretty attractive on the top half, though.
Yeah, the bottom half is full snake.
I don't even think I can do that.
Nah, I think that increases the chances that it goes in the book.
Yeah.
And yeah, what you know about Naga, Indra, is limited. You know they were created in much the same way as the 1T, but not not quite with the same results. They're a little bit less snake-like in appearance, at least, and they're a bit bigger as well. Generally about twice the size.
Do I know much about their temperament?
Much like 1T, they're animalistic reptilian by nature, and so tempestuous at best in temperament.
Okay.
Normally also uncivilized, which is also not the case here, as she's been collecting tapestries and things.
She looks like an Egyptian goddamn goddess.
I know lots about her.
Alright, hey, keep it in your pants.
Yeah, and also you know that additionally to this, that traditionally Naga come in two subspecies. There's normal Naga and then there's dark Naga, and generally dark Naga are very, very animalistic. They are much more just an angry, somewhat intelligent humanoid head on a snake's body.
They're a danger
Whereas
noodle.
the normal Naga are more, more human-like in appearance, and more intelligent as well.
Using it.
And you know that they are generally quite powerful spellcasters.
Hello.
You have generally resist magic and are sort of like their opposing force, let's say, in terms of how they function. And she says, "Well, that was unnecessary. I shouldn't leave a bruise." And she rubs her head a little bit where the door had her in her face.
I'm terribly sorry. Should I heal that or?
Oh no, it's fine. Do not worry yourself.
What
Really a
is-
shame if one of my scales were to crack.
Yeah, perfect scales and stuff. We don't want them to crack and a shot Carmen and evil glare.
Indeed, we do not.
No, I must say that your entire form does look radiant.
Oh yeah, I do.
Oh, thank you. Well, that's a kind offer, but I'm not sure if you're my type, little one.
That's fair.
And she moves back into the larger of the three chambers, which halfway falls off the map. So sorry for that. And as she gets into the outer rooms, she asks you to shut the doors behind you to keep out the smell of the holes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
They're also very good at resetting traps.
So,
Takes-
what are you doing?
I did. I did see you. That was quite amusing watching you struggle with the first set.
Can I just check out these other doors as I come through? Just see if
Yeah,
there's
they're
anything
just
going
plain
on?
doors. No,
Okay.
they're just plain doors.
Is this
And
your home?
as you enter this room, they become a little bit more a little bit more luxurious. Like the first ones were still pretty practical in nature, with just a few sofas, etc., and tapestries. And now this looks like a proper like someone's really decorated this to their style. And there's lots of comfortable pillows, etc., and throws and rugs everywhere. And she asks you to take a seat or lie down and make yourself comfortable.
Oh,
And
I
she,
thought it
I'm insight checking her.
Alison's not. She's just sitting down on the comfy-looking sofa and going like,
Cameron has already claimed the biggest pillow for herself that is not already occupied by Snaketail.
I have been told of these kind of bedtime stories and all that kind of shit. Like
Hank, it's
nightmarish.
it is. It's okay. She means us no harm.
Well, all I'm saying is, next thing you know, we're smoking something from a hookah pipe, and next thing we're passed out, and then we're all being sacrificed to some dark demon god. No offense, my lady. It's just
That did happen to me before.
I don't think that is her intent. She would not let us willingly into her home. She is not that type.
okay. Well, Ali,
That's entirely the premise of it.
I believe in your judgment, but then I'm going to scrutinise her.
Yeah, Hank, you notice as well as your mind is slightly distracted by this that she's very sensual, and she clearly moves in a way to accentuate that.
Yeah, kind of like a
Yeah, I mean,
trying to
she's
seduce
obviously she's obviously a snake, which is very
serpentine hip wiggle.
yeah, pretty much, and she
Dana.
don't make any worse than it is. Jesus Christ. And she looks at you, Hank, and says, "I see you looking at me in that peculiar manner that you humans sometimes do."
Do you care to elaborate?
Well, yes, you don't seem to trust me.
Not that I don't seem to trust you. It's difficult to keep my eyes off of a body as radiant as yours, as I've already said. I'm gonna fucking lie my way to the top.
Alison
You go,
will
Hank,
smack
you
him on the
go,
back of the
Hank.
head.
Shit! Look at that. Well, okay, well, I'll tell you the truth, alright, lady. Let's be honest. I got legs, we got legs, you don't. I'm a bit scared that you might try to eat us. No
Eat
offense.
And she just sort of like eyes you over. Well, not you, certainly, you're too skinny, but that one, perhaps, if it were to come to that, and points at Jairus.
What?
That's fine.
Jairus would also be my first choice for dinner.
You don't want to eat me. I got fur all over me. You'll be picking hairs out of your mouth forever. It'll.
Yeah, but Jairus, no offense, I've eaten things with furs before. I've never eaten something without fur, so I feel like...
I don't want to know about all the. Never mind.
That's something I want to say.
Never mind.
Something I want to say, but I'm not sure if I should, and I think you know where it's going.
To be honest, you don't want to be eating me because you'll be shitting pink for weeks.
Yep, I'm just not going to do it. Nope.
Yeah, no.
Alright, I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna sit down, not lay down.
Well, tell you the truth as well. I only allowed you in because I don't feel that you're a threat.
Oh wow. I don't know whether to be offended or pleased.
I am offended by that. I am a threat.
To a tree, perhaps.
Oh,
Oh, burn! Burn!
I'm
No,
gonna
that was it. Good fire joke. Good fire joke. I look. Just say whatever you want.
You're
She's cool in my book.
And
have
at this
some
point,
kind of clairvoyance, do you?
I have my ways.
Do you have
You
alcohol?
mentioned seeing us. Shut up for a moment, Hank, please.
Oh, yeah, let's get drunk with the
You
snake.
just talk non-stop.
And she clicks her fingers at the mention of alcohol and continues listening to you, Inra.
You mentioned seeing us at the tree and the rings. I assume you possess some kind of divination.
Tree? No, I didn't see you at the tree.
Sure, you just said something about a tree.
Yes.
Yeah,
She
but
set
I
fire,
could.
So she should clearly be a threat to a tree, but not to me.
I think she was just saying the obvious. I mean, look at.
Yeah, no, I thought the way it sounded like was that, like, oh yeah, you might be a threat to that tree, but not to me. Okay.
Of course,
Apparently.
I have my wards around this place. I prefer to protect myself without having to get involved personally.
Understandable.
That room as you entered before is, well, I used to have it as a storeroom, but, well, with everything that's been going on, I've retreated to my quarters and just left the outside world to fend for itself mostly. It's better in here. And as she says that, the door behind her opens from one of the side rooms of this big room, and two drow walk in. They're barely dressed. Like, what they are wearing is translucent, and they obviously are there for her pleasure, as well as serving. And they go and serve you some drinks, some reasonable wine. It's a bit watered down, but it's nice wine that's being served.
If you like wine, Alison will take off her pack and produce one of the 3 remaining bottles of fine wine she has.
Oh my god, we need to spin the bottle. Give me an empty bottle. We're gonna have a party.
What?
What the? Spin the bottle?
Yeah, it's like.
Sounds boring as fuck.
Oh, we could play
I knew-
Truth or Dare or something like that.
I knew Hank was fun. Finally. Yes.
Or would you rather? Or yeah.
I mean, what's the fun about spinning the bottle? It's fucking.
Darius, we're gonna play Would You Rather Do This or That. It's like a pick your poison type game. It's quite cool.
No, sit down and shut up.
I don't want poison.
Oh
What?
god, you're so literal. It's unbelievable.
I don't know. Someone told me I was illiterate. I don't know.
What is your name?
We were all gonna ask that. I was about to as well.
I was trying to.
Yes, well, perhaps it's time for proper introduction. Then one of the drow walks off again after having delivered the drinks and gets a slap on the ass with her tail.
Oh, I love her. She's amazing.
And she says, "My name is Siglinde. What are yours?"
I am Alison.
Indra.
My name is Hank Whistle Cookie Milady.
Hi, I'm Jairus.
Hello, Taurus.
I'm Canon Facefire of the Viomataki clan.
Welcome all.
And this is Tavio, who seems to be rather quiet. So.
Yes, he does seem uncomfortable somehow. Not sure why. Jairus, friend, you seem ill at ease. What can I do to make you feel more comfortable?
Big ball of yarn.
I mean, I'm good. It's just I don't know. Meeting new people in this place doesn't always work out so good. So
Yes, I understand your trepidation. Perhaps have some wine. You'll relax a little.
Yeah, sure.
I am not drinking any of her wine. I will drink my own wine.
I feel like Cameron in her life has drunk a lot of wine. So after having the first taste of wine, I would like to nature check the wine if it tastes like normal wine.
Okay, sure.
Oh wow, I didn't even think about that.
I use inspiration for that.
That's why Alison produced her own
fuck
bottle.
me.
Oh, I'm down in hers, so I'm probably fucked.
Yeah, you get the idea, Cameron, that it's normally really nice wine, but since, well, wine is probably a little bit hard to come by around these parts, it's pretty watered down.
Okay, Cameron just drinks all the wine she can get.
Yeah, it's fine.
So this room isn't like a fleshy room.
Nope, it's just a normal clean room. Heavy smell of incense to keep the scent out. It's, and yeah, it has a little bit of a Middle Eastern feel to it, a Persian feel perhaps. Lots of carpets and no chairs, no wooden furniture of any kind. Just like a lounge where you just lay on the floor.
Aren't you glad that we don't have the Solar with us? Mr. Solar would have probably gone to town in this room.
Mr. Who?
Oh, never mind. I'll just go to it. Right, it's this dude that we found in a bottle. We let him out and he went crazy and killed a tree.
No,
Tree or the tree?
we all killed the big tree monster to the northwest.
That's fantastic news. It was such a nuisance. Really limited our movement through One of the central chambers of this region.
Yeah, we find a drider over there called the Master.
Yes,
Huh.
do you have any knowledge of that? I mean,
The
I noticed
master.
you have drow companions.
Yes, well, as you must also know then, recognizing both species, you must know that they don't exactly get along.
Agreed.
I advocated for burning him alive, but everyone else rejected the idea.
I was
yes,
also
such
for it, to be fair.
Simple solutions generally have limited impact. There's quite a number of them.
Well, I have a lot of fire.
A number of the driders.
Yes.
Interesting. Just
they-
this one seemed to be called Master by some of the other creatures there.
Yeah, like lumbering purple chimpanzees.
Ah, yes, the Attercap. They're quite clever, mind you. But, well, they're satisfied, simple creatures somehow. They are intelligent enough to speak their mind and even engage in conversation. However, they seem perfectly content just making traps all day.
Yeah, we noticed that.
I nearly fell into a pit.
I think
Ah,
it's
yes.
good to find something you like to do.
It is, isn't it? It's nice to be committed to a purpose. Tell me, what is yours, Cameron?
Oh, I want to murder my brother. That's the primary thing right now.
Your brother, what did he do to dislike you?
Oh, well, he got made clan chief, right? And he's an idiot. So I challenged him to a duel, but that was rejected by the clan elders because I hadn't done enough yet, and I was too young. So I've been racking up achievements to challenge him again, and when I do, I'll murder him, and I'll be clan chief.
Whoa, didn't know this shit.
That sounds like a good purpose. Solid, you know what you're doing.
Oh yeah, it's great fun.
Who just long rested?
I long rested Tavio because he never got long.
Oh,
rested.
you hadn't done it yet? Alright. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's like, what? What the hell's happening here?
Sit on one Naga couch and get a long rest.
Yes, that's great.
Just
Try
you
and
know.
introduce your Hank. Do it.
Oh, you reckon? Nah. Is this Ali whispering to me or Chris?
This is Ali. Whisper. Do it. Go on. I dare you. You've had a couple of drinks.
Yeah. Alright, I'll go. Milady. Do you?
You gotta tip your
Why?
you gotta tip,
enjoy-
you gotta
Why
tip
do
your
you- Why do you keep calling me that?
Because that is.
You know-
because he's got to do that and tip his fedora to you. You know. Come on.
All I'm saying is, do you like music?
Of a kind. Depends.
I have a mandolin, and I can play music.
Go on then.
Okay, so he looks a bit nervous, and begins to like play ever so slightly, and oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna do this.
Wow, you're gonna cast a spell.
No! And then
Oh.
I just go, oh shit, one moment. Go. I can't do it, I can't bring myself to sing it.
No, that's fine. Don't worry.
So I begin to sing basically Whitney Houston's lyrics, I will always love you.
Do it then. If you don't say it, it doesn't happen. Come on.
Okay, well,
They get the bouncing ball going and everything in the.
I can't do it.
Hold on. Do you want me to cast minor illusion for some lights and stuff?
Mm.
Yeah, someone needs to take Skyride, and then with Skyride Minor Illusion, you can make
I can't
karaoke
take
happen.
that, I'm afraid.
Oh, did you not bring any money?
No, I just... I had the wrong accent.
I don't
No,
know. Try and
I
help him
believe
out.
he will.
Increase the volume of his voice.
And so you start
Tavio
singing.
will use prestidigitation and cause sparkles to shoot out from him, like little mini pyrotechnics, like. Pew, pew.
Cameron uses light to create like a background light.
Oh god.
Alright.
And then
Fuck it, should I just do major image? Just go straight.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a performance check with advantage due to all of the added effects.
Yeah, and I'll be like, eventually, during the chorus, I just switch to fucking Beyonce's Crazy in Love. Just be like, got me looking so crazy like right now. I just end up just singing loads of random shit. Because I get too into it.
It's a mashup.
Yeah.
Alright.
My
24.
God, for the advantage.
Pretty good.
Oh, it's a good job you've got fucking fine roadies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you perform rather well, and she seems impressed. Actually, seems to be enjoying it.
Mhm.
And as you finish playing, the female drow also drapes herself around you and gives you a kiss on the
Nice.
cheek.
And then I switch to my classic punk style and be like, "Where are you? Because I'm so sorry. I cannot drink tonight." And just begin
Can someone
singing.
cast silence, please?
I like a picture is the fucking snake just sitting there like clicking her fingers like, oh, the single ladies, oh, the single ladies.
Tavio! I feel like Tavio would not do that.
What? I said the snake lady. Where does Tavio come into that?
Tavio casting silence.
Yeah, look at the
No, he doesn't. He doesn't actually do that. I just thought.
Yeah, like, nice. I'm in heaven now. Hey, wait, Drow?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to tick that off my list. So,
Yeah, I haven't fucked him yet.
no, but I'm gonna keep trying.
Today's session, the gang fucks a snake.
Literally.
Orgy with my Naga.
You put her here?
What did you expect?
You're the ones who wanted to put it there.
That's literally his backstory.
How was I supposed to know that? Anyway, she seems to tolerate your further singing after giving good performance as well. You can sing, but what you're doing now is not my style, so perhaps we should put your performance to an end.
Okay.
We've plenty of time for that later.
Alright, cheers guys, that was
Well.
fantastic.
She's
So
got
that
all
was-
eating snake babies with you.
So that was one of you. Now, do the rest of you want to tell me your purpose here? I find it quite interesting to hear about visitors.
My patron told me to come here.
And who is that?
I don't really like talking about it around other people. They seem to get rather upset about it.
Boo! Boo!
They do, or it does.
They do.
Oh, well, you won't upset me so easily.
Yeah, but I don't really want to talk to it in front of the rest of the party.
Oh, well, that can be arranged later.
Sure.
Well, then, moving on. How about you, Jarrus? You feeling better now after some wine?
Well, Jarvis actually didn't have any wine.
Oh,
Is he-
okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, and I mean, you seem okay.
Well, that's not what I asked, though.
What?
Never mind. Intra?
Well, I was studying the intricacies of transmutation magic in terms of natural adaptation, similar to what druids can do, but in
Okay,
a learned
Hank?
arcane manner.
Wow! That was incredibly rude.
Yeah, you just think you give a shit. That's
No, like, I'm going to be honest, Intro. I'm actually quite interested in that. But, oh yeah, I came here to fuck a blue woman and ended up not.
Ah, how come?
Well, she ran off and she wasn't interested. And at one point, I did try to mage hand slap her bum, but she didn't even notice. I was that good.
Impressive,
Isn't that
but
the
also-
opposite of what you want when you
Yeah,
slap someone?
I know, turns out ethereal hands don't really do much.
Well, and how about you, Tavio? And Tavio explains something about himself.
We know nothing about Tavia, do we?
Oh, I
Do we know why he's in here?
I mean,
What's that?
It's just a homeless guy that wandered in off the street. He's looking for shelter, and now he's here.
can't
I don't know if
believe
it's
he
in
was
his
part of the
sheet.
Original,
Mhm.
like the second group, he just hasn't. He's been survived all the way with Jarrus. Like,
Yeah, and he doesn't have his backstory on his sheet, so you have to ask him himself.
Blowing last, there isn't much.
No, not sure.
Well, I mean, I would hope after 50 episodes, he's taken some time to actually come up with some stuff.
Maybe.
Or, well, to be fair, like 20 or 30 episodes or whatever.
Yeah. He says, well, anything else I can do while you're here as my guests?
Well,
Some
you
food,
haven't
perhaps?
told us your story yet.
Ah, yes. Well, you never asked, so I don't know if you were interested.
We were
Of
just
course.
waiting.
Very well. Well, it's a bit of a long one, really. I've been here for a couple of thousand years now, and it's a rather boring life trying to fight every day, so I decided to retire from that life and just have some fun.
Yes,
That is a long story.
Life's been much more enjoyable since. Oh, I mean, I can tell you about the thousands of years of imprisonment if you want. It's just a miserable sob story.
Did you do that thing where you did like one line per day, and there's like an entire wall for that?
No.
Huh.
My
Like I
husband
would've-
said much the same. You should always stop fighting and enjoy life.
But
Yes, there's just been so much fighting here, and well, I just stopped enjoying it after some time.
I don't think that's possible.
It
Well,
is.
you're young yet.
Fighting cost me a lot. Dear to me.
Yes, well, for me, it mostly cost me time, which I could have spent doing better things. Such as this. Isn't this pleasant?
This is lovely. I have to say.
Sorry, I was like working on things on the sheet or whatever. What were they discussing?
Just life now is better when she's just having fun rather than fighting all the time.
Oh, okay.
Do you?
Yeah, a fight costs me to be lost from my home.
Ah, yes, home. Well, home is where you feel at home, I suppose. I don't even remember what my original home was. It's been so long.
I do. I miss it.
Do you miss your actual home or just the thought of it?
I don't really fit in like a city or whatever. I'd like to go back to the jungle someday.
But you seem to have spent quite some time amongst civilized folk. You speak as one of them. Would you feel at home in the forest now, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been as good as I hoped. I guess you call them druids or whatever. She tricked me and sent me away from my home.
Ah, well, that's unfortunate. Perhaps then your purpose is to discover what you're really looking for. If it's actually the place where you originally were, or something else entirely.
Well, if you get out of here with me, Jarvis, you're more than welcome back at my estate. It borders quite a decent forest. You could dwell in and come and use the castle and grounds whenever you needed it.
I appreciate it, but actually the angel guy helped me with some directions.
You could come with me and watch me kill my brother.
I'm gonna go that one. If we get out of it, I'm gonna go with that one because that means I get to document that and I can make songs.
Oh, that's perfect because my previous bar died. I think I kind of lost her somewhere.
Bodes
I don't
well.
remember. I think her
Yeah,
husband
we-
died.
If you wished.
No, her ex-husband died, and then she left. It was a
Yes.
weird thing. We weren't sure of their relationship.
Who? My husband?
No, the ex-husband of the bard that was following me, and then the dog ate its owner.
This sounds super complicated, but Ali, you're married?
I was.
Oh, you was. Okay, cool.
Are you
As
gonna
far as Hank's concerned.
Are you gonna remarry?
Possibly. The wounds are still fresh.
Which Dark Master do you serve? Damn, I thought I got you in the mood to answer questions. Guess I won't figure that one out.
I mean, they're just stupid. Just like be together. Don't like what's the point?
What's the point of
It
what?
is, a bond that is shared with people. Some do not understand it, some do. It's a way of giving your very soul to another person.
If you want to marry someone, Jarvis, I can marry you to someone. No problem.
Oh no. You've got
But-
ceremony.
The last vestiges of my husband were given to save you.
Wait, what?
When you all turned to stone, that is how I brought you back.
Oh man, like you were gonna use it on me first, right? Oh man. I'll say like I'll nudge one of the drow women. Can you do me a favour and go give her a hug for me? Because like I am too drunk to get up. Plus,
And,
she
she
doesn't
runs-
like me touching her, so
And she looks at you and says, "Of course." Runs a finger across your chest and leaves. Plops down next to.
I only go over there for a couple of
Awesome.
minutes. You gotta come straight back.
Alice.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure
there was a time when I thought about stuff like that, but then I realized how stupid it was.
Well, that is your opinion. Perhaps you will meet another of your kind, Jarvis. Enjoy it.
Yeah, what if another one of your kind, say a nice, cute female kitty, who was good at wrestling and could throw a boulder further than you could? Surely that would be attractive to you?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, we'll just mate and have babies and live together. Don't need to put pieces of metal on our hand to
Oh no, no.
to
not-
change. Doesn't do anything.
look,
Yeah,
You
the,
could-
the ring is
you
only
could-
a symbol.
You could also burn yourself the same way in a fire ritual. Also possible way of marriage.
Look, not all cultures, Jarvis, get married. I mean, you don't need to be married to say you love her, or him, or whatever your preference may be. Marriage is just like Ali said, a symbolic bond. And sometimes if you live in a kingdom like Waterdeep, it's just a way to get you to be together forever so you can pay your taxes, blah blah blah. But what I'm saying is, it's just a symbol.
So any giant
I
male
think Hank
snakes
has
around
too
here?
much to drink.
And as Alison obviously rejects the companionship of this female drow, she walks over to Indra and sees if Indra is more receptive. And the male one lays in next down to you, Hank.
Okay, cool, fair enough. Oh, okay.
And meanwhile, Siglinda says, "Well, very interesting news stories. Sorry, Indra, for cutting yours, but you could have just done research, and that would have been enough information for me. I get the
Well,
gist."
I didn't realize she wasn't inclined in the medical studies. I mean, it interests them. I understand it doesn't interest everybody.
Yes, indeed. Well, perhaps I should tell you a little bit about my purpose here beyond lying around, which I do enjoy oh so much. But there are other things that one must do to occupy one's mind. Just laying here after a while doing nothing gets one bored. So, I like to, well, do little experiments, scheme a little bit, and see what I can achieve around here. And there's many forces to be played with. The drow, the drider, you.
What's
ones
that?
ones like you.
Ah.
And of course, I would make it worth your while if you were to be willing to partake in one of these social
Orgies.
experiments.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh no, that is not what I had in mind. That is for keeping your body occupied. I'm talking about the mind now.
Oh, boo.
See, well, I think this might actually come closer to your heart, Carmen. See, there's always some conflict, some argument, and, Well, it's about making sure you're on the right side of the argument when fighting is about to go down. Dying is also dreadful. I've done it so many times, and it really gets boring after a while. I plan not to do that too many times.
Could you explain further?
I mean, what's there to explain? I die, I come back to life. I die again if I do something silly, and I come back to life again.
When do you come back?
Just wait a few days.
Oh, that
What?
is so useful.
What is the process this form takes when you reanimate or rebirth in some manner?
I simply reanimate as I am. Usually wherever my body was left, I died.
This is an intriguing process.
Yes, quite a tedious one, though it hurts.
Is this innate to your kind, or is this some form of magic you utilize?
No, I'm not quite sure what happened, honestly. It started happening, well, I don't know when it started happening. I hadn't died before that. I first died maybe 300, 400 years ago. And, well, this was
Holy
perhaps something to do with the experiments that were happening here. This drow sorcerer named Mahir, he was conducting some grand experiments here, mutating creatures in all kinds of ways, and eventually something went really wrong, and there was an explosion that shook the entire region. And well, it was in the cataclysm that followed that I first died, and several days later the cataclysm was still going, but I came back to life.
So you say that the explosion or the release of energy could have done that?
Well, that's one theory. As I mentioned, I hadn't died before, but that's the only event that I could imagine which had some impact on it. It changed a lot of the life around here as well. You see the holes as they are covered in flesh now. This is all a result of his doing.
Does this Mahir still live?
No, he perished in the cataclysm.
That is most unfortunate.
He was
Do you-
at the center of it, I believe. I think it was.
Do you know what's up with these marks on us? And where he points to his shoulder or whatever with the weird mark or whatever.
Yes,
Yeah,
if you
well,
could explain why
touch
I'm
on-
turning into Jarrus, that would be great.
Yes, I've seen this sometimes in various creatures before. The holes here have some unnatural healing capabilities, but whenever a wound closes, it heals in a strange way. Seems some of the by-effects of the magic remaining in this place.
Did this Mahir have a residence here?
I'm not quite sure. He had some chambers, but they moved around a lot to keep their secrets safe. I can't tell you exactly, but if you do ever find them, I'm sure it would be very interesting. I'd be curious to have a look what's there.
It would be most intriguing to read any of his research.
Indeed. Although perhaps somewhat disturbing, given the nature of his research.
Given the look of the place, I can understand that.
Yes, well, let's get to the point, shall we? I don't really like the Drider. They don't really like me. I would much prefer it if the Drow took over the region's command. They're much more easygoing and fun.
He lifts up his wine glass. Death to the Drider!
Oh, shut up, Hank. I've been saying that for the last hours.
Oh, look at me. I just want to kill everything. My name is Carmen. That's you.
Oh, if Carmen wants to kill all the Driders, that's bad. But if the Snake Woman wants the Driders bad, that we do.
Oh, look at me. Smashing an ice wall. Smashing some doors. Open. That's you.
Yeah, that is me.
Yeah, that's you.
That is what I do.
Yeah, that's you.
We're killing the
You have
Driders.
Some unresolved tension that you need to work out somehow.
Yeah, she's in my stone balls.
You're what?
Nothing.
Yeah, you do.
For some
Yeah.
bizarre reason, this man has granite-like testicles.
She just like This looks weird.
It is super weird. I looked at them, never seen anything like that.
Oh my god, Rocket.
Fascinating. And it walks over to you, Hank.
Oh,
It's like
well. Alright, so what happened was, let me explain the situation before you stop feeling around, alright? Like, what I'm saying is, I got petrified by a beholder, right? And ever since my flesh has turned from stone to flesh, they haven't.
Oh god, he's on about his testicles again, isn't he?
Yeah, well,
Yes.
oh, she's asking.
Can I use thaumaturgy to open the fly of his pants?
Sure.
No, what the fuck?
Open.
She's like, interesting indeed. Looks at them for a while. It's like, And then just goes back to where she was laying.
Like, they literally got no feeling.
Oh,
That's
that's a
become
shame.
Hank's new quest. No longer to sleep with a soulmate, it's to figure out how to cure his stoned testicles.
So everyone in agreement we are gonna kill all the riders, hands up.
Cheers!
I was quite happy for this to take place initially anyway.
Well then, let me give you some information that you will need. The Drow are largely enslaved by the Driders in this place.
Oh,
This
that's
happened
sad.
after the Cataclysm. They...
An odd juxtaposition.
Yes, indeed. Perhaps the irony is not lost on the Drow after enslaving Drider for so long. However, as I mentioned, the Drider are simply no fun. They are far too serious, and they have all this, oh boo-hoo, I was a slave for so long, and I'm angry going on. It's really not interesting to be around. So, well, if you could do me a favor and just get rid of them, that would be lovely. Now, you're not going to be able to do this alone, because there's quite a lot of them, and you're going to need the Drow's help, so you need to win their trust somehow. And probably the best place to start is to try and see if you can find Lorath. He's their... sort of their war commander. He's trusted by the Driders. He does not let on that he has a rebellion plan, but he does. I can tell you where to find him, but you'll have to make your way through both Drider and Drow territory to get there, as mentioned, the Drow often are slaves to the Drider and are used as a matter of protection from many of the intrusions in this region. If you have to kill some Drow to get to your goal, then so be it, but if you don't have to, then I'd prefer you didn't.
Is there any way to let the Drow know that we are on their side?
Well, I think you're going to have to figure that out yourself. It depends who's present. Some of the Drider are more perceptive than others, and some of the Drow are more willing to rebel openly than others. So you'll have to find someone who's willing to show you under the right circumstances. And if any Drider are present, I'm pretty sure that they would deny anything and would probably kill you if any suspicion were to arise to save themselves. They're not the most trustworthy of people, the Drow.
Oh yeah, I know about that.
This is perfect. This will be the second slave uprising I've started.
Look, guys, right, when I used to do some trips down to deep known places and settlements, they used to talk about the Drow as these all evil enslaving beasts. So, and I look at the guy next to me and I go, but you don't look too bad, do you? And I like tap his nose and
And he just like scowls at you a little bit and says, well, perhaps not. But if you would mind tapping my nose that much, that's not what we're here for. If you want to tap something else, you know what to find me. He gets up and walks away.
well,
does.
guess I'm soloing it tonight, if you know what I mean.
Please, Hank, just.
Yeah, okay, I'll zip up again, sorry.
Touch yourself over.
Yeah, if you keep soloing it, your hands are gonna end up like Indra's.
Brilliant. So good.
High five for the air Genasi joke, Jarvis. Yes!
Jarvis has learned what high fives are. We're making progress.
I can do high fives. Those are easy.
Okay, so we killed some Driders, killed some Drow, started Drow uprising. Well,
No, don't kill Drow.
well, she said it was fine to kill a few of them.
No,
If
she would
necessary, yes.
rather we not kill them.
Preferably not. There are some fine specimens among them.
She likes entertainment.
Oh no, I've noticed that. Okay, we try to kill as little drow as possible. We kill the riders, do the uprising, and we're good.
Whoa, I just realised, what if you're just doing this to get entertainment out of us, like just to watch us in some sort of fucked up battle royale? Oh wow. I'm not saying that's bad, I'll still participate, but you know.
Oh yeah, I wish. That's fun.
Yeah.
She just shrugs.
Oh my god. Fair enough.
I mean, the first thing she said was it's entertainment for her to play with the people here. I think she already admitted she's just doing this.
Yeah, fair point.
It does
So as
seem quite
mentioned,
open.
you should go and find Loreth. He's,
Can I sleep it off for a bit though, please?
Oh, there's no rush.
Okay, cool.
Any description for this Loreth? I assume he has dark skin.
Well, he's a drow, so naturally, yes. He looks a little bit something like... Hold on.
He's just gonna give us the token.
Yeah, just put the token on the map and show
He
you.
looks a little bit like this extremely accurate portrayal of him.
She's a giant magical snake lady. I'm sure she can create an illusion.
If 20 would not be so slow, that would be great.
And she's gonna grab a hold of Hank and make snake babies.
No, I think she's far too important to bow down to the lowliest person of me. You know, I think she's the...
If Hank were to have babies with her,
Okay, he's pretty cool looking.
would just one leg be a snake?
That would be like two snakes that you can walk on.
Keep an eye
He
on
looks
that,
like
dude.
pretty badass.
Yes, he's a good commander. He cares a lot for safety of his people and does his best to keep them alive. Although that does not always succeed. The drow are merciless.
Okay, so I got a question for you. Like, when I heard tales about some of them, they had a matriarchal society, right? So like someone like him in the actual Underdark would probably be a dog beneath the heels of the rest, right? So are they not matriarchal in here, or are they just, you know?
Their society has not been able to, well, function the same way it did in the Underdark. In the Underdark, it's a long history, and here, well, I think Rule of the Strongest established itself pretty quickly, and I don't believe there were any priestesses to Loth down here. Perhaps one or two, but they were clearly outnumbered by the men.
Yeah, fair
Perhaps
point.
this was, well, I reckon that most of the drow in here either came down here voluntarily, because they were outcast from society, as often happens with the men, or perhaps they had committed something foul and someone managed to survive and escape. Generally, men get killed off pretty quickly in their society, so I don't blame them for wanting to escape it.
I don't want to go and spend time there.
Wait, what?
It's a private joke. Doesn't matter.
Well then, I'm about to retire for the night. Does anyone wish to join me?
I spit my drink out, like, wait, what? Yeah, alright.
No, thank you.
Yeah, alright.
Alright. And so Kamen leaves for the night, and Kamen can tick off one mark in her own little book if she has one.
Wait, I said I wanted to go.
Time was quicker.
You spit out your drink, you're too slow. Perhaps
God
tomorrow.
damn it.
There's always another day.
I'll add this to Dragonborn, blacksmith guy, and whatever else covered in the first campaign.
Blacksmith guy.
Hey, Big, you know, it's probably good you didn't go with her anyways, because sometimes the snakes eat their mates after mating.
That's
I think that's
spiders,
spiders,
Jarrus!
It is
What
not
spiders?
spiders. It's not just spiders.
Right, so I'm gonna take one of the drow off as well, because fuck it.
I've seen it with my own eyes.
I take the male drow or the female drow?
Either, shall I? One for
Yeah,
male, 2 for female.
I mean, the male one has a cute nose, so there's that.
Going for the female.
Alright.
I think
Give no
Allison's
shits. In
just
fact, if no one else is taking the male, I'll take both.
Yeah, they're up for that.
Yeah, nice. See you later, guys. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to the spare bedroom.
Allison's just gonna stay where she is and cast
Brings up-
shadow magic.
A couple hours later, I wake up, grab my book, flip over to the drow section, and just put ×2. Finally closed.
Seems safe enough to sleep where Jarrus and Indra are.
As the other two go off, it's like, well, this is a tad awkward. I mean, do we just stand around and wait for them to have sex, or?
No, I think we just grab somewhere to sleep, Indra, or read the book. I suggest we take it in shifts. I don't feel comfortable sleeping here with, well, the pheromones in the air.
Yeah, I'm gonna move further to the east.
Yeah.
You gonna-
Jarrus, you coming with?
Yeah, I'll hang out.
Oh, we'll just take shifts then. Some sleep, the other.
Oh yeah, I mean they've all moved into different rooms. Like the main room is, they're not in there.
Yeah, we'll just stay in the main room, but what I'm suggesting is somebody's awake at all times.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's 2 more rooms for you to use if you want to go into the eastern rooms. They're just a bit more utilitarian and less comfortable.
No, I'll stay in the comfy room. I don't even want to know what's going on in there.
Mark. Kevin is obviously calling for Kasuf to witness this.
And to the rest of you who are still in the main room, you just feel like this intense heat radiating from the room where Kevin and Siglin have gone.
I would be really tempted to cast Hold Person on somebody just to make them really
Things are getting a little hot and heavy in there.
Yes, Jarrus.
But it ends a bit earlier than usual because Kasuf is like, oh, not this shit again.
So, Indra, you're a master Trismographer?
Correct.
What does that entail?
Well, similar to any arcane studier, except I study specifically in transmogrification. That's my focus in my research. I spent a long time, a period of around 25 years, with a group of druids, attempting to learn their secrets and the way they have this natural ability to adapt to their surroundings and take the form of animals.
Oh, so it's like the art of changing, shifting things.
Exactly, yes. I mean, they seem to have a natural ability for it, but I am attempting to repurpose that and do it through magical arcane study.
Interesting.
I can't believe you spent that much time with druids.
Not all druids are bad people, Jarrus. I feel a pain that you suffered by one, but they are normally quite affectionate towards animals.
Yes,
This one was just determined to control the jungle. Moved in and started almost enslaving the animals.
If it's any consolation, if we get out and you want to go to your home, I will come with you and we can kill him. There's a very special place I can send his soul.
Well, it
fun with it.
was a woman, but I mean, if she's still there, it's been some time. It's been
They have the ability to extend their lives.
oh, well, that's great.
So you can do some wonderful things with the darker sides to magic.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to come with me, that'd be great. Because last time she made quick work of me.
Well, I can accompany you and try to protect you from that aspect.
She tricked me into a portal in a tree, and I ended up in the middle of the city.
Well, that is settled then. I will help you solve this issue and return you to your home. Get your
Thank you.
revenge, and then we will go from there.
Thank you.
it's good of you to offer that.
But I'm sure I cannot really return to my home. I could, but it would be awkward.
Painful memories.
Yes.
Understandable.
So traveling would be a way to fulfill my patron's will and help people.
Traveling's not a bad life. I've rarely had a permanent residence. My longest stint was with those druids, and that was purely for the study.
Do you not have a clan or a people?
I have a family where I was born, just I've never felt the need to stay. Stay put in one place. I'm quite happy to travel around.
But you should return to them, let them know you're well.
Potentially, yes. I mean, they understand that I have a need to move around.
Interesting. Well, you should, at least when we get out of here, possibly return to them and let them know all is well.
Andrew, do you want me to shave that fur off your hand?
If you have a means to do so, then please go ahead. It's a discomforting feeling.
He takes out a dagger and just like gently like.
Alright.
Can I try and color the Jarrus's little soul patch?
With?
I don't know, does prestidigitation work on that? Oh wait, do I even have that anymore? Oh, I do, yeah.
You can.
You can
Color-
leave like a little magical mark or something.
Yeah, I could color it in with magic.
Yeah, it disappears again after an hour.
Oh man.
Just keep casting it constantly now for the rest of the time Alison is alive. Just
Oh, thank you.
Jarrus Black.
Yeah, Jarrus has no idea that it's only temporary, so he's just gonna. If you ever go away, he's just gonna be like, "What the fuck? It's back."
Yeah, if you ever wake up in the morning, like before Indra, something you're gonna notice as well.
Like, so imagine Allison just tries to wake up before Jarrus like all the time. You know, it's like when when the woman like wakes up before the husband puts on all the makeup and it's like, "Hey, good morning." You know, it's like he goes back to lay down on the bed, just like, "Oh, I just woke up."
Does it ever happen?
It doesn't happen. It gets worse when you're married. You wake up, there's like just drool, and it's like,
Yep, all the mystery disappears after living together for a while.
it's like, those were the good old days.
Takes out the extensions, takes off the eyelashes, takes off all the fingernails.
Oh, it's like a fucking like sacrificing an animal demonic ritual.
Also, so while you guys are all in the main room, just chilling, about probably halfway through the whatever night day it is, Hank walks in completely naked, swipes up one of the half-empty bottles, and goes, "That'll do," and walks back in.
Just corner of the eye, cast minor illusion, like over his crotch.
I just swagger back in the other room like, "Good night, fellas."
Good night.
He does really.
Hannah just comes in at some point, grabs the hammer she forgot, and goes back in.
Good night.
They're very forgetful when it comes to sex.
They seem to be rather quick to jump into bed with people.
Alright, so we'll skip to the next morning. An eventful evening for those of you outside. And Hannah, you're now under... for fuck's sake, Cameron. You're now under the permanent effect of as if she had cast friends on you.
But it's perfectly fine for Karen.
Okay.
Well, that's quite a good role-playing session. We didn't get into a fight at all, which is completely strange for us.
Not from my lack of trying.
Yeah, I know, right? Like,
Alright, so from here she tells you a little bit about the directions of where to go, and she indicates that perhaps now that the big tree is gone, you can move through there and head northwest and you'll find Laura somewhere to the northwest. You don't know exactly where he's stationed at the moment.
Right. That's
So if
good.
you speak to, if you find Drow without him and speak to one of his lieutenants, they should be able to point you to where he is. Just approach with caution, because not all of them might take kindly at you, even at the mention of my name. Use it sparingly and only with those you think you can trust, for there are those again amidst the Drow that do not trust me and would rather see me dead.
Jars, keep the noise down.
Sir.
Well, thank you for your hospitality.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
The other two look rather refreshed.
Yeah, I've got a sheen of sweat still on me. I can't seem to cool down.
Can you just go and clean yourself, please?
I thought you had some of that fancy magic.
No. Just no.
Alright.
Karen just stands in the corner, leaning on a hammer in a good mood.
Is she dressed?
Hmm?
Is she dressed?
Oh, like, she threw some stuff on, but she mostly just... The shoes are still off.
Yeah. Alright, so where do you guys want to go next from here? And do you want to do it today for a little bit, or do you want to end the session here and continue next week?
I need to go to bed in 8 minutes. I'm
Alright.
fucking shattered, so...
Yeah.
I have tomorrow off, but apparently no.
Yeah, it could be good because I've got sorts of video stuff out to
Yeah, it's alright.
do
We're going to end there then.
intros and shit.
Alright. Hank out.